changing, right? Because they did play Cash. That was against Heroic during Blast Bounty.
Hello.
Which they had to do. Anubis is their ban.
Right. I feel like I've seen a lot of Ancient as well in the MongolZ game. Just the two of them kind of helpless on the A site, slowly losing this war of attrition.
Long smoke's fading.
Yeah, you're just going to hope to catch someone off guard. Blitz is the one responsible for it. Darkmeister can react and trade. Oh, that smoke's actually really exciting for Wonderful. He can play within it.
Alrighty. A little bit late, but
Doesn't really enable you to do much but cler this corner. That's it.
Yeah, you won the 3
good to
quarters,
see
so you
Navi
can,
back in
force
action.
the
That's
Arch
what we
player
want to
either
see,
play
really.
Arch or Library, having to worry about the leaks. But
I've watched them back after player break. Obviously, they missed the first
brackets, very late round again, and they've foregone any control. So Navi will be losing this one.
Oh, wow, you got a USB dink. He's converted off it as well, so pretty good output considering the weaponry, but yeah, shouldn't lead to anything.
Alexi, MongolZ, and Emma can all look to get on the board with the frag here. They should. It's being diligent with this. The Mongols will make sure every nook and cranny is covered off. And Techno even doing a bit of housekeeping, throwing away that MAC-10. So yeah, they should try and challenge just to humble the finances where they can. Spotted and removed by 910, and I think he's going to be the workhorse of this team. I think 910 is a class AWPer, and while these young guns, Tikuak and Darkmeister, get up to speed, or we see if they can get up to speed, I really feel that a lot of the firepower is going to have to come from 910. Blitz plays star roles as an in-game leader, so
Wonderful's going to have his AWP here next round.
I know Techno, gets a bit of flame. For Blitz,
I don't know if Alexi looks like he's going to save this Galil, so
we'll deal with MongolZ, and Alexi holds on to a Galil.
Navi can have a little bit of money.
We're done with the opening stages of this. Now the guns come out.
A little bit of money for a while.
Wonderful straight in with his AWP. They're 3 rounds, very slow, very steady, just going through the motions. Does that change coming into the first rifle round?
Mongols have been setting that pace.
Do you think he will mind if we just call him Dark?
I don't think he will.
Because we called Olaf.
We did.
We dropped the Meister.
Yeah, and occasionally during a chant we can bring it back.
Yeah. All right, deep banana smoke. Change to you till they want this banana control. Gazi.
Okay, wow.
Only 2 people over here for Navi.
Who's setting him up? Alexi got HG.
They've got control of it decently well here with that coming to the 3rd person. Wonderful's AWPing in halls, which is where Mongols are going.
And that wonderful orb starting off in this app setup. Looks like it could bear fruit. Doesn't track it. Wow, Tikuak actually takes down the orb. A bit trades, but now he's
trade, and it's going to speed up.
A lot of bodies to deal with. Techno swinging through. Ime profits off of the distraction. Bit's done an awful lot of hard work there, and loses his head to Blitz. A nice tap and anticipates and hurt Alexi B looking for that follow-up frag.
Alexi just sending it by himself with a... I guess he thought they'd just be wrapping onto side aggressively.
Fake into the molly might force Alexi forward. Yeah, he is ahead of the Molotov. 910 uncrouched.
Good, goodbye MongolZ there. You saw Alexi go through, so he ran through the molly as well. Doesn't let the molly separate his teammates out, so... Good from Navi. Good from Bit too. He also moved well to play with Wonderful.
For him to multi in that position. Let everyone else to slot in, and apply that pressure. So they're all picked up, and AK saved, and there will be enough money for another MongolZ buy. They respect 9-10 there. The bomb goes down, the clock starts ticking, and he's able to reposition in the post plant. I know he wasn't too healthy. Back him in to at least make this a 1v1. 5 AKs.
Yeah.
Trying his hand on the B spawn is wonderful. Just going to be playing with that orb, keeping it dynamic.
It's going to be very tough, the fact that you have the two inexperienced players, TiKUAK and Dark, as the they're in halls individuals. Now, I think Banana Skirmishers going to light up the server in the early stages, but this is still very important.
I think it makes sense, though, what Sponge is saying. Like halls is easy to control, and obviously you do have that lurk timing that TiKUAK has to hit, but Banana controls the one that you really need experience with and really understand how the utility works. So it kind of makes sense to put your young players more towards holes. You're more likely to be with the in-game leader.
Space, and they wanted to keep going. Surely not the block smoke. Do they really want to go through it? Yes, goodness. They do. Darkmeister and Techno make through. The counter flash from Wonderful sets up MongolZ, and he just unloads. Finds himself 2 necessary frags. The Mongols spiraling down as Wonderful puts them all in a grave clean. Fortunately,
I don't know who that was going first from MongolZ, but I think they kind of
really clean shutdown.
Forced the issue a lot there with that smoke.
Better, they worm out the smoke. 2 of them doing the dance. That was the 2 that had vision, lost it.
Under a lot of pressure there, the hero, the boots coming, and they shut it down flawlessly. So this is going to do wonders for the bank balance. 2-3, about to become 3-3. Mongols have to take the eco. Just the fact that it's not sloppy, there's no trade that comes in, it doesn't get stressful at all. That's a really nice round, right? All 5 with guns coming your way, and Wonderful. Picking up where he left off. To be aggressive. First incision made against the eco. Just 4 more to find, and these Deegs will do their best to sever ahead. See if they can shave anything off. Put your aim on display, young buck. Mara keeps finding many more.
Is that better?
Yeah, the infinite talent pool of Mongolia, like we all expected. If you want these, Wonderful, I'm gonna scream. Nice find, nice find. It's a clean shutdown from NAVI.
Okay, 2 straight rounds with
NAVI looking.
Can you read his notes? How's your
vision? Solid.
Getting worse every day.
Yeah, same.
A couple of Galils having to come into the mix for this, but 9-10 will get his AWP, and that's in an attempt to leash the picks of Wonderful. If he wants to continue to be aggressive, top mid, looking for these exchanges, 9-10's role will be applying the pressure to make sure he can't just go for those swings. He's going to smoke down deep Banana, and he will go to start B with MongolZ and Alexi. Starting over towards A short side once more as 9-10 posts up.
You've given MongolZ an AK-47 on the CT side. Some of you are even operating with Galils. That advantage costs him absolutely nothing because he's gone empty-handed.
Big nade back though, lots of damage done to 2. Techno and 9-10 brought down to half HP.
And this proactive TiKUAK, it's a lot of responsibility.
Hello, Governor.
And stick it out like a sore thumb. He should be a dead man. Oh, and Bit was supposed to be providing cover. Lovely work between the 2 rookies. Darkmeister
Bit and Wonderful still playing well together. Like obviously Bit missed the shot there.
Oh, they jumped over his spray.
They can go fishing.
Ended up Wonderful getting
really keep your eyes on this Alexi.
Not being able to kind of survive there. He probably would have died anyway, but I think Bit and Wonderful, they look like they're moving well together on this CT side, which is good to see.
On the fade of the smokes.
Oh, okay, and the 9-10 is holding on this orb line. Is Alexi, does he have the premonition to jiggle this? No, too easy for the orb to collect. Immer spotted out, 9-10 not playing scared whatsoever. They know this round is theirs. 9-10, he's the safe pair of hands to close. Immer makes it threatening. Good grief. A lot closer than it could have been, or should have been.
All right, they bounce back. They put their 4th on the board, and we keep this one competitive.
Shout out to the 2 new boys. You're in a 4-on-4. TiKUAK, he was chasing Wonderful and still able to adjust into Bit. This was supposed to be the surprise. Bit no slouch, but fair play, good output. TicketX at the top of the table.
Big round here. If
by losing so many bodies, their money's still a bit of a
money's gonna be a problem for
point at
Mongols.
the moment for the Mongols.
NAVI win this, their money starts to balloon.
Not the best.
Mongols are on eco. It's a super important round for Mongols.
And they're going for this log smoke as opposed to the deep.
Otherwise, they're gonna find themselves on the back foot pretty quick.
We saw how Blitz tried to exploit that last round. This could be quite direct towards A. About to be pressure put onto Im along.
How does he react to the three-quarter smoke? He throws out a smoke of his own, tucks Arch. They're going to double swing him. Okay, trade provided. Darkmeister.
Ime not having a molly there.
Even wrapping even into Elexi library.
I wonder where his molly went.
This is the audacity to be making a move like this.
Smoked off though.
Oh wait, look at that from Elexi. I don't think you're ready for an angle around the smoke like that. Elexi, great work. Gives NAVI that edge, flubs the smoke a little around the site. Still going to make things weird for your entry pathing. And Bit.
Techno's through.
It's going to go through.
Alexi's got to be aware and cognizant of that potential slip onto the box.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello, mate. Found him. Techno gets it. 2 on 4, now 3. Bit, uncrouch, random spam. Finds Techno, 9-10 in the 1 versus 3. Wonderful coming in from the library side. Gets the info. He's off the bomb.
He knows Makazi had pushed, he says.
It's quick, though. So this smoke will... Oh, no, they've both done it.
We've missed so many smokes.
9-10 with the Elexi B site smoke. Flash does connect onto 9-10. Makazi making his move, spamming smokes. He's on the edge of the site. Hits it, though, on the mantle up. Head-to-head for the 1v3. Glocks are out. Pistols are out. Wonderful. Secures it. Denies the clutch from 9-10. He knows he could have had that.
Yeah, you see the frustration on the man.
The plant helps
the type of situations he
Mongols
can
a lot there, but...
He really could have.
Gave it a great crack there.
The shot onto Makazi. He's working with just like a
kneecap. Half by here.
So that's going to level us out again. Something to go tit for tat.
Besides the fact they didn't have a molly there,
possibility there.
I think the rounds played pretty well by NAVI. Just kind of got surprised to start off with. Elexi B was so aware to catch that guy coming through library.
Blitz. Couple of pistol upgrades. Light on so that they can be buying into the next with 2,400. So everyone needs to keep their money around 2K.
No, I can't stream the Team Secret match, unfortunately. It's just too late. My time zone. I've got stuff I got to do tomorrow.
Techno's the only one with any form of armor, and it's not even head armor, so 10 is going to put his body on the line to pick that up.
Yeah, he has to pick it up, but it's in the middle of a war zone. 11 HP as he gets away with it.
Darkmeister has found Bit top mid.
You've got a smoke and an AK. It's potential retrievals in middle. You can see scooped up now by Darkmeister, but still a head-to-head with Ima on the long side.
Got support.
Oh, he's done well. Oh, he's done very well. Ima solves the problem. NAVI gifted that 5th off the back of a single magazine.
Again, all Ima, but Kaze's right next to him.
Well, they kept it somewhat interesting considering 5-4, Navi's favor. Mongols map choice. And you heard from Ima in the interview with Freya. He has respect for the Mongols, and it doesn't matter who they've got. This team plays the same, and they keep finding gems in the rough. So, see how far they can go here at EWC. Obviously, the reigning champs, but a lot changes in a year in the Counter-Strike world. I think that was the MVP of that event.
Gosh, so that shows you just where we're at now.
Well, think about 2025, right? You go to Austin, the Mongols make the major final.
Yep.
Then they go to EWC, they win. I think Cologne they decided not to practice for.
That's
but
right.
The Mongols are a mystery.
Yeah.
Bit of an enigma.
And, you know,
we haven't really seen the Mongols
departure and losing what most considered to be, you know,
like win map control. Like they haven't. I felt like they had a round where they've controlled Banana and they've controlled top mid, and they've really been able to play with NAVI. It's felt like that Banana control hasn't really been a thing for the Mongols. Like they had that one round where they tried to charge through the smoke into B, but
obviously that has regional ramifications as well. I don't know.
They're not really control. Like they're not working the map really. Like they're
for sure
quite fast rounds, surprise factor rounds. They're trying to
just go down.
Let's see how the new boys handle this.
Well, if you're going to give them heads up jewels, I think this is where they're going to do well.
Is there going to be a flash?
I agree with Sponge.
I don't think so. So just send you back and bits forward position. Now Tikuak
Right.
with that informed.
That's pretty.
Swing. Do you want to take this fight? Probably not.
That was pretty greedy. They didn't use any utility.
Facilitated to back away and maintain that advantage. You've managed to seize. Darkmeister gone. 5 on 4. Still with MongolZ up top. Banana. He's got control.
Now, and they're going to get Banana. It's going to be around where they have the whole map, but they've lost a player to do
this
it.
time. Big pressure applied by Tikuak as.
So now we have MongolZ with the whole map, right? This is the first time
rotation in just to pick up the nades for Alexi.
We've really seen this.
I don't think there's any reason to play 4-1 when you have a man advantage. They should keep this as a 2-3 split and will. Alexi has a full belt of nades to continue to slow down this crawl. It's all just smoke and mirrors over towards Banana. Looks like they're going to start posturing back over towards A.
They got a lot of utility for this.
Have a strong setup. One under the balk, one in pit.
We don't really have much utility on A.
Library position. Here comes the
Just look for where Bit uses his flash for this fight coming out of pit, if he uses it.
Easy connection. Bit's gone. Awkward fight for Wonderful. Somehow sticking around. Immer flashed off. Still Vision returns. He nearly had a chance to get his eye to the scope on a flying Tikuak.
Just getting that bomb down.
Yeah. Is there a chance for a 5th round for the Mongols, though? Heavy disadvantage. Tikuak onto the AWP, given the low HP. 910's rifle up close, and there's the 1-2 punch. Oh, 910 couldn't track the head, but hang on. Tikuak's doing it with the AWP onto a Glock. There's no way he can win
Surely
this.
he just tries to no-scope
with just a starter pistol up against Alexi B and brought to his knees. Valid output, though. What was that?
Did he have no bullets left in his AWP or something? Like, surely you just at
least
least try rather than Glock.
Discrepancy.
Well, again, they made it competitive. They kept Navi sweating right there, but you were bang on with
that was good. Like,
situation. How is he?
He got to 1v1. If they hadn't given up that pick at the start of the round, that's a better, much better round for Mongols.
A Hail Mary quick scope might be your only option there.
You have to
they just need to. They don't give that initial pick at the rounds there in their favour.
But had to go down to the Glock, so didn't have the choice of the AWP.
Even worse.
Right. Well, 2 rounds left in this first half of play. Mongols are going to bring in what they can.
Okay, Mac 10s aren't ideal against the helmets of Navi.
Yeah, 5 of which.
Darkmeister does not flinch.
Not blind? Nah, they're not picking me.
Nah.
Now they're setting up for an apps pop. Right now it's only getting Wonderful here, and they're going to come quite quickly on this. Expect the explode through the smoke. Well, maybe not. I thought they'd just hit the rip.
I think they did too.
Capitalize on a 3-man banana start, but no. Don't want to risk it.
Blitz has got other plans. Perhaps they've just got a few too many nades for something like that.
It's definitely more sensible, but...
Okay, so you've taken your space.
That's a fake.
You're making sounds up top mid.
Yeah, they're hoping for some type of an overstep.
I don't know. You've got to get past MongolZ, though, and Alexi's jump spotting with a molly, a T-molly. This is really not going to be easy to break. MongolZ gun on. How many is he going to get? Just the one. Good from Tikuak. Alexi cannot afford to die. Turns tail with a scrap of health. They've lost 910 on A.
And they need to pick up the bomb.
Oh, the bomb.
So they can't even just accelerate. Darkmeister.
Yeah, and by the time he does...
It was good from Navi.
Bombs on its way.
As soon as that banana reclear came in, they were all ready to peek top mid together. Like, it wasn't just Wonderful. It was
this fight in sight.
The whole crew was there.
Find Alexi. You might be able to plant. 20 seconds. Tikuak down. Immer's played that well.
Very good understanding of the situation from Navi.
Oh my goodness! He's making a case. He's making a case for the impossible.
The CTs are split up too.
Quick pivot, bomb planted, a couple of seconds to spare, and Immer's not gonna have it. Good hold from Immer. Smile on his face. That felt a little sketchy for a second.
Another round that they make exciting though.
They do.
You wind them up, you let them go.
Darkmeister, okay. They hang.
And yeah, the players who have the most frags on Mongol so far. 11 for Tikuak, 7 for Darkmeister. A few clutch opportunities. Navi continue to hold on. They'll secure themselves a 7. And they're looking for 8 before the halftime break. Which I'll let you know if you're just tuning into EWC today. It's only 30 seconds. So hang around. Get straight back underway. All right, it'll be another one of these. 910 gets his AWP. they've always gone for the log smoke, right? They haven't gone deep, and that means that 910 can't go for the breaks. It's bit assertive, and Darkmeister pantsed. Some aggression brought in again. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen it, but this time the first time in window room.
Wasn't that long ago.
We call less utility this round if you want to give them a pass. But
very comfortable in those apartments. That's twice now they've been.
This is the same thing we saw from MongolZ at Blast, right? They were really bad at
MongolZ. Ooh, okay.
Kind of like controlling the map and working the map. Like they tend to rely on these fast surprise plays, and as soon as they have to kind of methodically take map control,
rotations through.
They just struggle. Like it's not just an Inferno problem.
And he's hit that. That was supposed to be a guarantee for him. Has the bell rung, but 910's quick scope, quick reflexes has put us back into a competitive 3-on-3
problem.
A util dump from Techno. It must signify that it's just Alexi needing a lot of help. Does he need help? Yeah. Sights lost. Bomb to be planted by Techno. Good find. Retake on. Plenty of nades on the belt. Oh, 910 smart to avoid the HE on new box repositions.
Bit has a lot of util here.
But his positioning is safe. Wonderful's taking his sweet time. Wonderful versus 910 on the scope weapon, and both of them win their duel. So we're ending the half with an 8th. Some of these rounds coming down to these kind of nasty 1v2, 2v2. It's been high stress. NAVI, though, kind of
pretty
winning the majority
conclusive,
of
I think, from NAVI.
In that half, NAVI 8-4 in that favor,
like
and then
they're playing way better. Like it's not really.
So the difference makers there, but without the pistol round,
it's not really even close.
I don't think. Anything too competitive out of the Mongols, really, and that came down to some nice shots from TQAC and Darkmeister on the pistol.
Yeah.
So
Sponges nailed it, just the pistol round. And then even that round they won, right? They just kind of...
Just to note as well, the CT position...
They surprised NAVI, which is good. You need to be able to play that pace, but they can't.
They've changed
things, a methodical team like NAVI, like the Mongols are just... They're not able to play on that kind of level. So NAVI aren't giving you those opening picks, which they've been good at not giving, then the Mongols kind of... They tend to struggle in those situations, and as I said, it's not just an Inferno thing. It's we saw it at Blast on Nuke and
still starting to come together.
Dust
Techno with
too,
dual Berettas and a smoke, a flash for Blitz. Everyone else with the Kevlar, and on the T side, a couple of smokes, a couple of flashes, and a molly.
Mirage, yeah, they showed us on Mirage
just
too.
A grenade vending machine is Alexi.
Hello, Zimmer.
Be on board with him right now. I know we've got the search at 9-10, but you can see like the support role. Like Alexi has the flash ready for Banana in case there is some aggression to try and set up the teammates. This is classic, but it's just by stages, right? We're going to set down the net. We'll see what comes our way, and then we'll be ready to react regardless.
These are like tools on their tool belt. Yeah.
So this type of a pistol, I'm sure that there is a mid to late round call that they're planning to make if nothing comes their way, but you just want to use these first 30 seconds or so to make sure the CTs aren't just piping down with hot aggression.
And Mongols are known for, you know, occasionally a more avant-garde approach.
Yeah, they've been pretty tempered so far in this
nice
match. I was curious with their approach. We had a couple of poppy rounds, but...
There's something that came their way.
Another opening kill. Add that one to the tally.
Okay, well, TQAC's been great, and he's not going to get anything in this pistol. Emma just flatlines him. Blitz spotted towards Moto, a couple of shots pepper through. He has to go through that smoke. 7 bullets in a dream. I say that as he actually will back away. And drive-by from the Techno Julie.
That's the bomb loose. They are going to scoop it up now. Darkmeister and Techno being told to save, or are they rerouting Banana to just give them a different avenue of assault? This does feel very tough.
Very tough.
It is, yeah, it's the same. Okay, that's the T-stat. I was going to say, if you've gone around the world to come back up middle, maybe just wait next time, huh?
With the no kit.
That smoke, it's not infinite.
Yeah. Well, quite cut and dry on the pistol then. Perfect kind of example of what you were talking about as far as, you know, something coming their way as well. 910, it's a bit too quiet, just has a passing glance down mid, doesn't think it's going to cost him his life.
Oh, that was the full armor.
A duel with Blitz. Oh, he's actually heard the dismount of Wonderful as well. So, you know, it's a bit costly for everyone, but NAVI more than happy to post a 9th and start off with the pistol split now on Inferno. Does feel like the writing's on the wall for map 1 of this best of 3.
They will force So Techno could drop a FAMAS if he'd like. He could use it himself. He could get those dual Berettas to somebody else.
What do you mean,
there's
Juicy?
Plenty of options available for the
What do you mean, where can you find this stream? You're watching the stream.
That was up close.
A couple of MP910 on the scout is going to take a probe down middle. If he can get 1 or 2 tags, there can be a conversation on a conversion. Is ahead of that, still takes 20 damage. But his timing, I was going to say, wouldn't be expected. So a nade and a scout tag put Emma on 7.
Yeah, Superman holding on. The wall saving him. Now the half wall for Techno and Dark with his MP9s.
See the difference? I'm not saying to you, but the difference in the pacing of these rounds that like NAVI are doing here compared to kind of what the Mongols are up to.
Could go wrong. Blitz will be over there, so 3 to receive.
We've got nades left on could get a nice double nade here from Blitz and
something else.
But
if they wrap, that's where they have the advantage on these rifles. They got porch side there in hot water.
That's another really nice looking HE.
Oh, nade's too late.
There's another one for him. Doesn't quite do the most damage. Wonderful tagged up. Another one comes his way. 910 misses his shot. Does connect on the second on the uncrouch. Alexi holding for the push of Dark. And look at their health. A little bit tight.
Still the 10th round.
So even the casters are saying there, they're like, oh, ready for the double nade?
Like,
but Mongols aren't quite on that page. Like, one of them's ready to nade and the other one's not ready to nade. Like a good, like, if you're operating at a really high level, you're communicating in that moment there, hey, there's a chance they hit A in a second. Like, let's be ready to double nade. If they hit A, let's double nade. Or like, what's the plan there? Whereas you got one guy just kind of like reactively nading, almost like a face it game, right? Like, I'm going to use my nade here because it's a good place to use my nade, and it was. But there's not that coordination that you want if you're kind of operating on a really high level.
Great for the vibes, right?
Which the Mongols just they haven't shown us that they're doing that.
Playoff.
Yeah, and with how things have unfolded at the moment, obviously we have Vitality in the lower bracket.
Right.
We've got Spirit in the lower bracket. We had Falcons fly through.
I'm not sure about this NAVI.
We got Furia coming up against 9Z next, so we'll see what happens there. But
that's not his choice, but.
That's
it's a bit flappy. It reminds me of one we had on Fnatic. It was a little bit
favorites losing some of these
flappy all over the place.
That's the biggest upset of the tournament.
Not very comfortable, didn't look very good either.
But that was a best of 1. All right, 4-1 on the defense with the split, just hoping that the gamble stack can net them something. It's hard to see this one getting out of control.
Yeah, I mean, it does look pretty sketchy if you weren't bit. But with Ime's help, they're going to peek this together in unison. And sat down.
Crushed him.
Oh. Yeah, even better.
Just keeps coming.
Why is TikTok so slow to activate there?
But no, the frags just keep on flowing for NAVI.
You can have both bomb sites.
Like, he would have caught
simultaneously seizing both.
Ime there.
It's clean. No one's just holding NAVI right now. They're still getting together, talking through the
Ime could adjust.
It's nice. Blade will be happy with this.
I was just thinking the same thing. Is like, do you know why? I know why they're doing this. It's because if they don't, Blade will get out the do not peek bat.
The do not peek bat. Fantastic.
Oh. 9-10 USP 1v5, ladies and gentlemen. Where were you when it didn't happen? 11 to 4.
You were dreaming.
Oh, I do be dreaming.
Oh, all right.
You are just tuning in, and you like the more chill, analytical side of Counter-Strike, then give us a follow on Twitch. That'd be much appreciated.
8 straight rounds.
Be co-streaming, particularly next weekend, right? We get to the final stage a little bit more.
Pistol is the
better matches going on.
It's a spotty one there in the mix. Otherwise, it's one-way traffic. This is domination on display.
Okay.
All right,
I hope NAVI don't flash.
The rookies. This time they're stacked up on each other's head, and they win out. It's cool to see them working together, finding answers.
Good read.
Provide the boys an opening kill. Blitz will build upon it. They're rapid short, heavy pressure. One back from MongolZ, but look at the perfect flash from Blitz. Sets up Dark for the double. Wonderful in the 1v3. Winnable. Bomb on his back. Blitz hiding at the back of the site. Doesn't have the ammo in the M4. And of course, Blitz just stands still in the smoke.
910's position means there's no way back, so they know he has to be around here somewhere, right? He could be in apartments, he could have gone back to a short side, but wonderful. Oh, okay, the door's open now. 910's actually rotated.
You've lost him. I do think Blitz has secured the round by tucking into Mini like this.
But just the USP, which is scary, he's going to get caught.
Oh. Yep, gets the info on Pit. Now they know.
Fake.
Fake, hoping for Techno to overextend, and exactly what he wanted, but necessary from Blitz.
Airport time for him to get the reloaded. All right, well...
I have to look at that after. I wonder if NAVI don't flash apartments very often, and that was like a read, or the rookies just said, hey, let's head stack and hope they don't flash holes, and
they kept it relatively clean throughout the conversions. It was a bit there, he kind of knew, he didn't look too frustrated. And then the immediate response, okay, 2 in apps. If they're starting 3B, there's a gap towards long. They run into Blitz, who's there. The AWP started B. It wasn't the setup they were expecting. There's a tactical timeout called. Second from Blade.
What's my how did this happen game?
Good map, 17 and 7.
EWC
17
so
and
far.
9.
There's been a few of them. If I had to pick just one.
We've got Darkmeister and TQAC who are 17 and 18 years of age. We've seen some of these younger Mongol players come through before, like MZinho, and have some hard games and bigger moments. This one, it is a stage environment. Sure. It's not a.
I mean, you have to pick the Vitality game, right?
We're in quite
it's the best of 3.
Hall. If they do make it to the playoffs, we move to.
I did watch that game.
About 50 meters from
not super closely, right? It was kind of multitasking at the same time.
See a difference, but they look comfy. Right? They haven't looked shaky. No. They look pretty good. I know the score doesn't reflect that.
Vitality just look like they're struggling to shoot right now.
Not an easy one for 910, just on the sliver gap.
Like they're just not hitting their shots at quite the same level that you'd expect of them. But I mean, they should have closed out on Inferno Vitality, but they T-side was
they haven't
pretty
even
uninspired.
Together. This is still, rather fresh. Biggest name they've played so far.
Mirage was just a sweep, right?
An opportunity for us to kind of get.
I think losing in that fashion doesn't look good for Vitality.
Ready Mongols are for those
losing the best of 3.
Teams, and 910's gone.
He's shown some crazy
overtime win on the map. They did win, and then a close win, and then just blown out on the last map. Like it has to be the Vitality game so far.
A game that they were hoping to bring back. Now you're 4v5 disadvantage, and Blitz probably wanted to get that AWP. Not on Makazi's watch. Techno's here.
And he's back in his aim. A full crouch spray does well to win out versus MongolZ. Is that any more where that came from? I think Alexi's thinking twice about full commit. He's actually pulled another man over. And it is just TQAC. Bit knows he's got space to play with, pulls out the knife, wraps around, trying to subvert the expectation. Will peek into TQAC. Easy pickings. That should be 12. Dark doesn't want to give up that easy.
Yeah, may as well give it a go at this point.
Walking through that smoke, perfect pre-aim from Alexi B will just clothesline the walking Dark. And Techno exposed. This is a quick one, and this was the Mongols' pick, I will reiterate. The map they chose to take versus NAVI, and with split pistols, a rather large void between these two teams.
I mean, you could say they should have lost 2-0, Zema, but like, I agree with you. Bait could have won Mirage. But then, like, you'd flip it the other way, right, and say, well, if you go by that logic, then Inferno should have gone the way of Vitality.
On the map. They've only played it once with this 5, but still, that's not a great trend. 3 of those 4, though,
they kind of flipped, right? Like,
they're talking 13-11,
Bait almost came
16-13 overtime. So
back versus Vitality, and then they
did
do it versus they did do on Inferno.
A map that is maybe a little bit more competitive than the scoreline, but only a little bit.
Sure.
We'll see if this one's done like a dog's dinner, though.
A little cosmetic, like a lipstick.
Oh.
Bit of blush.
We'll see if they can get a highlight. Oh, that's the second one. Easy pick. doing what he can. It does feel like this one's
and this
done.
isn't even close. Like, this isn't like unlucky lost rounds. Like, this just isn't even close. Like, it's NAVI are looking really good. They're not getting a lot of resistance for their play style. Like, I think MongolZ it's not a good matchup for them, NAVI. But
this one up, dominated in the opening kills. Just one more frag to find. It's Mr. TQAC over towards CT spawn. He's going to spam away with the FAMAS, the nades, the bodies. Everything's going to come his way as they will close this one down. MongolZ finishes off 13 to 5 with a 4K, and that's going to be NAVI. One map to the good. Ancient up next. Do Mongols have anything to say?
A responsive sort's absolutely necessary.
I actually think Ancient's probably a better chance than
NAVI doing what they can, what they want to, and what they will here. Minus the first pistol. Of course, we get split pistols here, but NAVI still make a show of force in the first map of this series. Yanko pimping on the case. And here we go.
Will I stream more? Yeah, I stream more regularly.
I think there was only one team.
A lot of it just depends on my regular, like, real life schedule, right? Like, I'm no longer full-time in esports like I was for like 5-6 years, but I'm just no longer full-time. But obviously I like watching the matches, so I try and catch the big matches, and if I'm watching the big matches in a place that I can, then I'll obviously co-stream them as well.
There was cruise control from pretty much start to finish.
Thank you, Risk Only.
The pistol conversion, then pretty much all the buy rounds, especially early on, they established the dominance, established the presence on the server, and the Mongols felt like they were never any close to have a breakthrough, you know, or disturb NAVI, and I mean, basically what they were doing.
I'm curious.
From pretty much start to finish.
I think it's teams like NAVI probably that are some of the worst, if not the worst.
I'm curious about that head boost that MongolZ did. Because they will in halls, that worked out well. Like if that was just the young guys were like, oh yeah, we really like head boosting, or if it was like a NAVI don't really flash this very often situation. So we can find out quickly with one of my favorite tools, which I'm sure you're all familiar with by now. It's not NAVI, it's Natus Mincer. You remember me saying I prefer watching? Yeah, normally when I'm just watching me, I tend to just have it kind of muted. Or being in Australia, right? I just, like, a lot of games I just don't get to catch live. Like this one being in the Middle East actually makes the time zone a little bit better for us Australians. We get a European time slot. Like, it's really hard to catch grand finals, and like North American is sometimes possible. If it gets late enough, it kind of becomes the morning the next day. But I think it's a better viewing experience, right, if I have the casters on. Who do I have for Astralis? Nip? Probably Astralis. I don't have any deep analysis to tell you why probably Astralis. I just feel like they're playing a little bit better. Oh, you're right. It's not in the Middle East, is it? In my head, EWC, but you're right. It's in Paris. What time is it in Paris right now? It's -7 hours? Oh, the game's just early. 6 hours behind where I am. That's right, negative time. Pay attention in physics. Einstein's fifth rule. Alright, let's look at this flash. If I go to T side, grenades, flashes. Where are we flashing if we're NAVI? Yeah, they actually don't flash this very often. Like, you can see there's... How many of them are there? Is that 3? So 6% of rounds. Are they gun rounds? So 8% of rounds. Yes, they don't actually flash this very often, so I don't know if that's a pickup for Mongols. They've said, hey, there's not really actually utility often used here. Like, it's normally actually like just something they tend to peak, or I actually don't know when. That's a very low number of flashes, because if you write about the AWPA or whatever, I thought look closer at how NAVI actually take map control, but if we look at these 3 rounds, we got a full gun around here, Bits by himself. He actually flashes off the AWP. So he's known that he's needed to flash there. I wonder how he's known. So we've got full banana control. And they've smoked top middle, which I don't think gives you quite enough information, but he's flashed. So that's one of them. Did it versus G2 again. This time it's Ime, and they've double peeked it. But again, there's nothing particularly special about the rounds they choose to flash. And this time again, there's two people there. Nade, flash. He may just jumps across, and Rops is just chilling at the back. So it's not something they do very often, that flash. So double stack there does kind of work. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. But not sure, you know, interesting. Maybe Mongols prepared it, maybe they didn't. But we obviously saw it work out for them. Anyway, there's an insight into how my brain works. When I see something weird, I'm like, why are they double stacking? Like, and then it works. I'm like, oh, I wonder, and I try and find out. Like what, like why? You know what I mean? That's kind of, I guess, like the steps I go through when I'm trying to think of like, what's an interesting video to make? Like, how can I see patterns? How can I make analysis for you guys? I go through kind of a process like that. Like, I've just obviously watched a lot of Counter-Strike, and I get to the point where when something looks a bit odd or weird, I just go and investigate it. And then sometimes you find something interesting, like, and sometimes you don't. But that one was interesting. So you can see there's always the standard molly. But it would require a little bit more in depth, which I don't have time for. Dima, there he is. I'm good, thanks, man. How are you? I'm probably only doing one match today. Dima. Yeah, Spirit game's too late, and I think the Fury and 9Z game might be good. Hopefully it is good. Just got something on tomorrow morning. By the way, what's the best flash to full send banana? What do you? I don't know if I ever agree with full sending banana. You mean bottom banana? Let's have a look at the ones. I guess it's this one. This flash. What flash is that? It's just the one that pops over there. You'll be able to find it, like banana. Like if you just searched early banana flash, or go watch. It's this one though, to get the bottom banana. If is that what you mean? Which is the best one to full send banana? It tends to be that one off the rip, because you can go quite early and toss it. I don't think it team flashes if I remember it correctly, but without getting in the game, we can't test it. But I remember I was in there like a Hail Mary Tech 9 rush. I mean, you probably want. I don't know, for a Hail Mary Tech 9 rush.
Six timeouts or 5 at least right now. He only has 3. He only has his timeouts because the Mongols ain't gonna take him, no matter what. Right? So that's why, like, he is also, you could see on CT side, like, I was surprised he took the one.
Let me look. Let me see if I can find it. Navi is not a good team to be looking for a Hail Mary Tech 9 rush, but
even when they were like playing their best Counter-Strike this year, was inconsistencies.
Maybe this round. What round's this? Let's see what utility they use this round. So they just waited, flash behind them. So there you go. So this is round. What round's this? This is round 23. Navi versus Legacy. There's a fast banana control. So they've got that flash that we just talked about was thrown by Ime over the top, and it lands behind, right, for anyone kind of peeking late or trying to go for their own peek. And then it looks like Alexi has got himself. This will be spawn based, I'm guessing. Kind of, yeah. And Alexi's got this flash to toss over the side here. So this one's probably a safety flash for that peak, but if you want to, it's probably this one that Alexi threw, which I think they are adding a tool where I can maybe click on this and view this. I might ask them about this, but look for that one. So if you download this demo, you can go find it. I hope that's useful. That's the best I can give you without jumping into the game and looking for a flash. Pizza Dagger, hello. Can we find that flash real quick? Probably not. Sorry, you're gonna have to go find it yourself. Can I launch this? Professor CS. Hello, sir. Good to see you. I'm trying to think if there's a way to get this flash view, but I don't think there is. Select that flash space. I'll note it out. I'll ask the guys about this. Try and get some kind of thing, because they do have.
One's gonna rotate back.
There is a tool here where obviously you can launch the server, and you can set it to Inferno, and you can save a nade. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I'll note it down. Actually, I'll message him right now and ask.
MHL down banana. Here's the man, yeah. AK-47. Biguzera gone. Second kill is better. Bomb is loose. He goes again. Period trying to fight him. Finally gets the trading safe. Also took the top banana player.
It's all right. You know, even when you come up, you're rushing over that you're going to get beat here by Wildcard. There's going to be a chance to spam down through the smoke, crack it open. Nobody's crossing. Here comes Pain a little bit late.
Yeah, they take the time to coordinate an actual execution, right? So they put the nades in, they limit some of the positions they can be in so they can actually focus on this boost. And 60's just holding
see what they say.
not going over the top just yet. Now he senses the timing.
I missed the first map. 10-second recap. 10-second recap is the Mongols are not very good at taking map control, playing slowly. And against a team like Navi, it's not going to work. Like the Mongols just kind of send it. They're not. It's what we've talked about before when we watched the Mongols at Blast, right? Like they just kind of end up. Am I not?
Snow's not having a whole lot of success with these solo plays, but the deep control has been.
I am. Okay, I'm doing the right thing. I tricked myself doing the wrong thing. What was I saying? The Mongols just they weren't very good at taking map control. Like they couldn't play slow. They couldn't control. Like they couldn't go take, you know, like a good team, you go take banana control, and then you kind of leave the CTs guessing, like, do we re-clear banana? Like how much utility are we going to use here? And then while they're doing that, you try and go like take top mid, or you like work. Like Mongols don't really do that. Like there was never a round where they were able to have like halls control and banana control, or at least like forcing Navi to re-clear one of them, or trying like they just weren't able to get into a situation like that. Like they kept dying in halls, trying to jump in there. Just pretty simple stuff like that. So a little bit longer than 10 seconds, but that's basically what happened. And I mean, Navi were just they were a way better team. Wasn't even close. Your favorite engineer? That's too nice. I use one that you have to throw from bottom banana, hugging the wall that pops right. You mean you're on the left-hand side there, right? Like over near logs, not the one I was just showing.
Right up to his 20th kill, and that was the turning point of this game, was his big clutch on that B site.
Yeah, I mean, that changed the entire nature, didn't it? Outside of like the hiccup, the comeback from Pain was very nice, but ever since that moment, it has kind of felt like Wildcard built up into having the advantages in this game. Felt like they've been playing with the lead ever since then. Lovely work, lovely response.
What else can we do in the meantime? Let's just look at how we think this map's gonna go.
Last round in this half of overtime before we switch sides.
Good nades here on the snow. 40 HP. Spam going down as
Ancient. How do we think Ancient's gonna go?
Here on this banana position as well. Just so good, and that is filthy. Save jumping in the air for a couple of
glad HLTV thinks I'm a HLTV is it's just Cloudflare. Gotta be careful what I say about HLTV with Professor in the chat. Can't be slandering them too much. No. Okay, so this record looks bad from the Mongols, right? But look how close these losses are. Like, and this last time they played each other, like, that's a good game. So hopefully we're in for another good one at the major. Record looks bad, but it's a map they're probably quite happy to play in. Navi. It's just all the major, isn't it? Like I said, Atlanta. But hopefully we get this. This is what I want to see. I think Mongols, one of their better maps was Ancient when we watched them. No, it wasn't. What am I thinking of? I've forgotten. I'm getting old and I've forgotten. What? I think we watched this game, right? Yeah, it was Nuke. So Nuke, their T side was terrible. Like really, both this game here, neither team knew how to play T side. It was basically a non-existent T side from both teams. And then I remember Twist actually on that one overtime round on T side that phase 1, Twist actually called a really nice round. Like it was like the one good T side round in the entire map. And they looked alright on Mirage. I can't remember actually, but I know Nuke was kind of the same story that we just had there. And then I think I watched this game too. And then yeah, Dust 2 was fine. It was Nuke again. Then Nuke's really not up to scratch, I think. How long we got? 20 seconds. Alright, let's focus back in on this.
He'll swap out to the AWP for the moment. Nemanja as well, low on health. They forced a panicked rotation out of Payne's defense over to the B bomb site, but now it's going to.
What did I have this at before? Is that alright? Tell me if that volume's alright.
Shell stepping out into the open and Safe has connected.
Yeah, it was Steamer. That T side nuke round was good. Just the one in overtime that got phased the win on that map. Yeah, that was loud. Is it loud now, Dima? Or how's it now? The 99 rating wonderful explanation. I did see that on Reddit. Alright. I'm not a it was interesting, right? The way it kind of all breaks down. Where was it? Since I just have a I'm sure it'll be by best. Yeah, best is terrible on Reddit. I did read it. I don't remember it, so I can't really comment on it. But it made sense, right? When you read through it, like the impact and the swing rating that HLTV has makes a lot of sense as to how Wonderful ended up with a 0.99 rating. Like he got a 4K, I think, for Glocks or something, and then the kills in a pistol round they didn't win. Like I think it's a more sophisticated rating, right, than just going off skill, than just going off. Like I read through it at the time. I don't remember it, but it made sense to me when I read it. I was like, yeah, I can get behind how that rating works. Like I think,
to be fair,
obviously HLTV have put a lot of time into those ratings and stuff. They have all the data.
Take a look at their CT.
The cool thing about Counter-Strike is there's so much data in those demo files.
The previous, he's just kind of filling in for Mzinho, right? So he's going to be your mid player alongside a Blitz. That means Mr. Darkmeister will be taking over towards B long, Techno Cave, and then 910 rotating around with the Orb. And Ancient can spill open a little bit more. We can find ourselves not having such a slow roll on the T sides. But for NAVI, this is MongolZ's best map.
Give us a follow if you need. Much appreciated.
To make space in middle alongside of Imma. They get this 1-2 punch. Imma's very fortunate that MongolZ wants to go out first, which means that Imma gets to come out and trade. And then if Imma gets the good spawn, he's like, you know what?
I'm glad you agree,
I'll take it this time, mate. So it's nice to see those two working together in mid. They're usually supported by a bit, throwing the smokes, throwing the flashes. Alexi will be running up B lane, fighting for Cave, fighting for Heaven. And then we'll see where Wonderful finds himself with the AWP. But for NAVI, this is our first impressions of them this season. We hadn't seen them play up until EWC. The rest of the ones went well. I know that Wonderful wasn't it with the rating that HLTV gave him off the back of that, but he made up for it, didn't he?
I was just looking at the Inferno rating this
time
around. He's got 10% swing.
Aha.
So that's pretty good. Pretty damn good. With Imma at 17, Wonderful at 19. The difference in rating huge. We had a 1.88 at a Wonderful map 1. Yes. So, you know, HLTV redeeming them. Sorry, Wonderful redeeming themselves. There we go.
One of the two.
Both.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. Yeah, let's get the pistol started because, you know, pistol... it went down the middle.
Yeah, we split them. The difference makers for me were 13-5 in opening kills in favor of NAVI.
Oh, that'll do it.
2-1 in clutches in favor of NAVI.
That'll do it too, yeah.
So some of those, though, were 910 or Darkmeister trying to bring it back into contention. But let's get this pistol underway. T-side start for NAVI, their map choice. Red is smoke. This looks like an A split.
Someone from HLTV right, explain the whole thing.
Away.
Oh, 910's found it.
Yeah, just through the smoke. So the tail end of the assault
no game volume.
Access in towards the A site.
TikuAk's mollied out of position here.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pull of the trigger from TikuAk. Catches Imma main. Kind of hung out to dry was Imma. He committed to that fight.
guess they have to cancel that rotation thick and fast, and now Red's the problem.
Yeah, but look at this setup. Good luck breaking this. I don't see a world where Dark gets nothing. Yeah, 1 and done. Elexi and Wonderful trying to rectify a 2-on-5. Oh, losing a bit of control of the tap. Still manages to find the head of Wonderful.
It's been an ace for Elexi.
Yeah, and Blitz is having absolutely none of it. So the best start possible for the Mongols.
Yeah, no bomb going down. We'll see if that finds.
Yeah, so I just have my
can't bring the AKs out into the next. I suspect.
You can see. I'll show you. There you go. Chat, YouTube,
available.
Twitch chat. Game.
Where do they go?
There's nothing weird in my room that I just showed off. I don't think there is.
In Paris, is there a cricket team? Is there a field that Navi can go out to?
Presumably.
A cricket team in Paris.
Is the wicketkeeper?
Ooh.
Bit's the wicketkeeper.
Sponge has lost a lot of people. As an Australian, I respect the cricket reference.
Yeah, I could just see him, you know, with some.
And he's talking to a British person.
Putting his hands up in despair.
But
9-10, how many you getting? How many you
American
he just stands on top of his big box and leaves with 2.
Again, another 9-10 meltdown in terms of the reaction on the cam. Wanted more than 2.
Blitz needs some too. Oh, Blitz actually found the headshot that makes it a little more exciting. There's important chip in from Techno. Shouldn't be any more threats. Yeah, well played. The extra bullets in that M4A4 enabling him to close it down. But yeah, 9-10 does look like
he's doing the emotions for all of us today.
Yeah. But also for like the most minor inconvenience, like it's okay, man.
I got 2. Damn.
Oh, only 2 kills.
I should have killed them all.
I wanted my anti-eco ace.
Yeah.
Now don't we all? All right, well.
Poesis?
Come the guns.
How do I say your name?
I want to keep my eye on the MongolZ spawn. He has a good one for middle. Expect to see him charging out, whether on that first or second timing.
Oh, I put too much milk in my cereal.
It's like they had just lost the game. Yeah. Nah, bro, it's okay. Well, MongolZ, he's out mid. Actually,
they're out B. Good grief. Bit with blind screen still finds the headshot necessary. That was just the one man that could stop him. Sure, cave occupied. Techno there, but the rotation's going to be kept at bay. They're dumping Util. That's a big one from Blitz. Trade from Elexi. While under a lot of scrutiny, 9-10's bullets through the smoke will find him.
Fiesta.
So it's bit low. Alexi, housekeeping speedway. Are they going through cave? Yeah, this is a long-winded pivot for a 10-second defuse. Nice parkour from Tikuak. Bit so low. He's playing for 1 here. If he can just get 1, Alexi does find the low HP 9-10. Softened up another. Thanks to Bit. And that 10-second defuse. If this is winnable for Elexi, he just has to get him off, get this wall bang. Oh, one more bullet would have done it, but time is still of the essence.
Yeah, they get the fist bumps in. They're confident with this one, but that was damn close, right down to the wire. Oh, okay.
Elexi put 1 bullet
just so many
right
spam
on the
battles going on.
Okay, that was damn close. They actually double smoked Donut in that round.
At the start?
Yeah, so if they had another smoke left over, could have been channeled elsewhere. But
he's got Team Rocket headphones.
Red and Donut, right? That shows you how much they really want to win the mid control. And I think if you're the Mongols, you are going to respect MongolZ and Imma with that combo. So you need to find more creative ways to fight this. Are we going to break? Are we going to have a second wave where someone from A flashes over and we come out Donut? Or
Mongols are committing a lot of util to this mid fight.
Yeah, Tikuak's happy to biff. Opening kill. Let's get a second. Feeling himself. Keeping that form we saw on Inferno.
Let's keep an eye on how Mongols fight this mid control. And how they manage that.
On display. And that's really what these kids are going to have, right? That we always see these Mongolian players come in and have fantastic mechanics. Settling into the 3v5. An op shot rattles off on the long side. All over towards B lane with limited util. The AK in the hands a bit as they smoke short, flash long, and need to make a way in.
Yeah, missed shot from 9-10. I don't think it's going to cost him too much. Bit is scary, though. Not anymore, he's not. Quick scope should seal the deal here. Ooh, missed shot and sprayed on down.
Bit of intensity to this, whereas Inferno started T-side out the gates from the Mongols is very slow. Sensitive, they were taking their time, understandable. That's the type of map where you don't want to be just getting naded down to start, but similar scenes in towards middle. Just less direct access. So here it is, Tikuak up. Okay, good shooting.
I mean, this might earn Navi's respect in the air quotes, as in the sense that they might not try these first timings anymore.
Imma and MongolZ partnered up again to give it a go. There's a close molly, there's a HE.
Nate does
they're
a lot of
using
damage.
a lot of
Spam straight onto
util
Blitz, just doing the flashbang down straight through the
early.
smoke.
Like they're
So
full
good
sending
game.
this take.
Forced to extinguish low HP on Tekuak. Next victim from Imet. Quite the opposite result this time around on those early biffs. I was wrong. I was mistaken. Right, they just want to throw hands. And as you know, the shattered glass settles. We are into a 1 versus 4. Nice win out in the head-to-head duel there from Alexi.
It should have him here.
Yeah, I can see a world where he hits the quick scope, but nothing more. Oh, is that audible?
Yeah,
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
All right, well, 910 going to do his best to try and save this. Bomb's planted now.
Reduced by 111.
Already on
Thank
the
you,
hunt,
sir.
so NAVI, clear intention to remove the save potential. It's only going to be 1,400 loss going into the next, and as you take a look at the cash that remains, it'd still be fine for the buy Mongols, but it'll have ramifications down the line. It's NAVI the ones who want to start building a bit of a bank and a security net on their T side, so I don't expect them to throw many bodies at this, if any. They break through. First round for NAVI, 4-1 the score will read. And we'll see if Ima and MongolZ keep getting those mid-spawns to take the fight. When you get there's two clear intentions you can see when a team wants to take middle. Are they mollying for the boost, which means you want your players to be able to streamline either the cave fights or towards heaven, or are they mollying close, which means you want to keep away the scaling close to heaven, or are they mollying close, which means you want to keep away the scaling close to heaven, or are they mollying close, which means you want to keep away the scale. You want to keep away the scaling close to heaven, or are they mollying close, which means you want to keep away the scaling close to heaven, or are they mollying close, which means you want to keep away the scaling close to heaven, or are they mollying close?
Is this a Twitch glitch or what's going on? What the heck?
Which means you want to keep away the scaling close.
Is this a me problem or a?
Dodge the nades. You need to play between the mollies, and you also need to throw your own util to make it so they don't want to swing.
Yeah.
Look at the red pressure.
I don't know what that was.
Split. There's already a mid to ace.
Yeah, but that kill has actually pulled someone to CT. You can see Blitz has had to react. Darkmeister has to react. It's a free frag for Ima, and I can't help but feel that's enough. That's round.
Action on Blitz. Got to do it all.
Good luck, mate. You need to find a double quickly. Does so. Nearly had the third. Gets the crosshair in the right place for Ima. Bomb very delayed into A. This all happened rather quickly, so you can see the rotations are cut off by MongolZ, and he will connect onto Techno, so everything should fall.
The mini-map's just frozen. I think EWC having some issues.
So 910 has the line onto main.
Just removed it now.
Smoked off now.
Oh, map's still broken.
Means comms are flowing and spouted. Yeah. Knew it had to be a risk.
Yeah, they've got a
feel
problem.
that you would like him to hold on to that, because next round they're going to be tough in the buy.
Whenever NAVI plays Ancient, I get reminded of Alexi B quote when they're down.
That's the money in jeopardy now, as
NAVI
will post 2 consecutive rounds. And again, through mid, this time just turning it into a quick ace split.
Yeah, but I mean, 100%.
It's a confidence you need from a leader.
Pros just getting to fight mid on the first timing. And
do I have any hope for the Mongols?
I end up with 2
I don't think they're going to be winning any
following
tournaments anytime soon, from what I've seen.
Yeah, let's get back into the server.
I like when they were, right? They won last EWC,
managed to find
which was awesome to have a team like the Mongols doing that. But just the way they're playing right now, I don't think it's going to happen. There we go, Hud's back.
Yeah, it is just the...
it happened yesterday as well.
Blitz and 910 getting a kill.
Yeah, and then 910 with an M4.
Yeah. I think he dinked him and Blitz just finished it off.
Okay, well, we'll catch up on what's happened.
Hello, sir. Good to have you from Mongolia, watching the Mongols.
Either way, this was
what's your take on how the Mongols look now compared to how they've
CT smoke thrown at range. MongolZ already had that
fellow countryman.
And the rotation full from the Mongols to try and contest this.
They go keeping it, relatively threatening, actually.
There's lots of questions. You can see NAVI don't know about main.
Look at this! Oh! Flying knife backstab out of Techno! Easy.
I love how the knife has the little wing on it as well in the kill
picks up an M4 and a 1v2 and hits the headshot onto Wonderful. It's a 1 versus 1 that will only just by the skin of Navi's teeth save them.
What a ridiculous round of Counter-Strike that was.
Oh, come on, Techno. $1,500? He comes into that with just a starter pistol, leaves with an extra injection of cash and a backstab onto the plant. Fair play. Fair play. That's a straight superhero maneuver.
So we have lost 2 players from the server. Okay, looks like we'll get
There's
that
tech
result.
help on either side, so it's TQAC for the Mongols and, well, by my account, oh, Wonderful's back in. Okay. So it's just TQAC. He's back in the server now. A wild eco that was. All right, let's try and screw our heads back on tight here.
Right. Oh, so you lost an awful lot. Is that? There's no like immediate ramifications.
No, but if they lose this rifle rounds, then they're going to get 1900 as a loss bonus going into the next. So that could be
down the road.
Pretty quick ramifications, just not immediate.
I don't know what to say about that round. Just classic Mongols round. I don't know what's happening on YouTube, but for some reason I guess YouTube started telling everyone I've gone live now. So if you hear from YouTube,
good, we can get back underway.
You want to watch me break stuff down. Also, please head over to Twitch and follow me, because ESL events, for instance, I can't stream on YouTube.
Mental scenes from Techno.
That's some Assassin's Creed.
No, I know most of you come from YouTube, since that's where all my viewers are, but sometimes you have to make compromises.
That's a smile of relief.
Alrighty, this mid take again. Not as much utility this time for the Mongols.
Early action. Look how many nades are in action at the same time. They want to fight Techno. And MongolZ
that was a cool take.
Into K through the smoke. That's a frustrating death.
That's a beeline right there.
Yeah.
That was cool. I'm not sure what happened there exactly.
So already operating with less. You can see rotations are forced.
But that looked really cool.
10 is well positioned for this potential swing. And yeah, just nails it onto Alexi B. So a clawback kill given. Mongolian sniper removes the fin. Ooh, but out ramp. Oh, accidental mouse click announces his presence, or was it deliberate? Now, they were kissing in the smoke, now backing away. So it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy. Ooh, last bullet. He's got a cheeky smile as he finds Blitz for free. Straight through the boards. Imma activating is supposed to be a kill for Darkmeister.
This round
doesn't finish his meal. Just a scrap left on the plate for Imma. 2 on 2.
So many 1v1s.
Hard clear
Oh, game's turned to a 1v1 simulator.
Audio cue for 910.
He knows where both are, or were.
Oh, 910 so close. He'd have to miss the shot. Wonderful pulling this clutch into the 1v1.
That smoke, it's bounced right back. That's a gift. TQAC, he can just walk alongside or straight through.
He's going straight through. Wonderful's not going to anticipate this. Oh, he's played it to perfection. This young rookie up against a highly ranked NAVI. Fake. Considering ramp as the priority here now. Swings on into Wonderful and closes it down. Denies Wonderful the 1v2 clutch.
See, they're the kind of rounds there where Mongols are dangerous, right? Because their players can shoot.
Shouldn't have gone either way.
They're definitely good players, but
we'll break the streak of 3.
They're sharp.
Put their 5th on the board, and this is again
interesting from NAVI, right? They all trying to take timings there. I can kind of see why the timings happen, like based on the reading around the map, but
so there's ramifications of NAVI's finances after losing so many bodies to the eco. See a couple of players just around that 4K mark. That's with the plan. Have everything besides a wonderful AWP. Alexi might be on something a little bit lighter, but they've got a blade timeout before they blow the finances. How intense is the man?
Surprising, right? So I was just saying about that round, is you're kind of playing into the Mongols. It's not really Navi's playstyle, so it doesn't surprise me one bit that Navi Blade has called this timeout.
Always wonder, is he just calling the next round? Is he critiquing?
He'll be critiquing in this instance.
I always feel like
it's always a bit of a mystery.
But the philosophy is often like, we're not going to break down what went wrong now, right? Is it? Or do you need to?
In the Navi of old, with Electronic and Simple and Bit, that's happening mid-round.
Yeah, sure.
In the new generation, I couldn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buy. The Mongols not great either. These close rounds keeping both
What's
teams
BNU? I've seen that a couple times in chat. What am I missing?
The compromised buy. It's going to be MongolZ's AK-47 put to good use. Another opening kill. They didn't win the last, though, with his find onto Techno Cave. Now he's removed bullets in mid. Techno flirting with.
Who am I supporting? I'm supporting good Counter-Strike.
Profit.
That's a boring answer, but
kill for free, but they will back away. This little MP9.
Probably Navi. I want to see Navi go through. I want to see them with the highest seed because I think they're playing quite well right now.
As well,
I don't want the bracket any more weird than it already is.
They're not going to get drawn into any
more
more
at this point, it might not even
yet.
matter. But I tend to just go through who's going to give me a better match.
I was saying 3 strong at B. TQAC is gambling away from A. They don't believe that that's where the finish is, or just hedging their bets. Techno wants some jiggles, and yeah, it's just a 4-man. B gamble. Now, does this come with just sit, wait, and see what comes your way, or is there some form of aggression to get back B lane or cave.
Feels like they've got the perfect amount of util for that BX sector finish.
The issue is, though, right, the only man they've left towards B is MongolZ, and he's so low on HP. So they are setting up for A.
Maybe.
Open runway.
Vanilla.
Just, is there an info play, and then we see a rotation?
I do feel like I've made enough videos
they
about
start moving shortly.
like bad things, right? Like I feel like I've made enough videos recently about like what happened to Falcons. Like there's been so many upsets recently.
And they've got good util to be disruptive.
But I feel like I just keep making these videos which are like, oh, like why this? Why like what the heck is this team doing? Like, because I actually prefer making videos about. I'll shut up by this time.
Bit onto 910. Tikuak back. Still a double. Darkmeister steps up to the plate and delivers.
That was interesting, right?
No time, no chance. Has to save this AK, Alexi.
It's insane.
And off of that little push, that one
little bit
kill,
of a miscall.
and Darkmeister get in a triple. They shut this down.
The pacing was a little bit off, maybe.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because they maintain that control.
That made sense, Vanilla. Like I like to make videos like this round is so awesome. Or this team is playing so well. Like to me, that's the best type of content. Like it's fun to break down, and it's very clickable content. Like what the heck happened to this team? Like why are they playing so bad? But if we're focusing on the positives, even though I understand that like both videos are interesting. They're both like fun to make.
You were in this one. 6-3.
Oh, more fights on middle. This time Emma getting one before the nade finds him. So everyone was blind for a while there. MongolZ, lucky to be alive, and yeah, only for a moment longer.
And there's no real response available for the rest of NAVI.
You're not picking up that rifle. Can you get it in the smoke? Yeah, Wonderful was hoping he could. It's faded now, and he's got the bomb, so absolutely not. Deagle, Tech9, Alexi on the Galil. It's time for some live action problem solving.
Yeah, this half is going to leave a lot to be desired for NAVI. Their money, 2,900 into the next.
Dejected Wonderful, heading on back to regroup.
Yeah, a bit of a difference from Inferno, where it was quite jovial, lots of smiles on the faces. And this is 3 consecutive rounds now where they've gotten the opening kills, but been unable to find the conversion. So, clear difference from Inferno as A main sprawl. Information will flow to the beat events to stay staunch. And
it's the old and the new on either side. Tikuak and Darkmeister partner up and getting all this information that will inform the B players to be on high alert. Techno
off angle here.
Off angle. And just as he started to transition backwards, he does find output, gets his. 910 onto Alexi, gets his. Now what? Wonderful in the 1v3. Galil versus an AWP.
Darkmeister's so fast.
And he's taken a heavy blow. Deagle for the headshot. Can't find it, just 2 to the belly. It's going to be another Mongols round. They are starting to accrue a very comfortable nest that they can rest on into that second half.
So right now, Navi's buying pattern likely to be a partial buy now and then a full buy.
With the highest sensitivity in all of Pro CS, I think you will not believe me when I tell you.
And again, it's just a fragile MongolZ.
How high is your sensitivity? Do you know what your sensitivity is?
Well, when you are taking these fights in mid, every opportunity you get, you typically will be operating with something a little lower. Oh, it is. So typical mid smokes are in the air and just go. No one can hear them. No one can hear them. No one's done.
You have to call this like once a half.
Hear it now. Flashes on A and just in time. 910 is there to rack up a double.
Beautiful for this spot.
Wonderful was meant to be smoking CT.
Yeah.
Or Donut, one of the two, and it's missed. So this will just be a barnfest. Now we'll call this one the 8th round as
there was a mistake there.
Try and catch the tone, right? They know
it's been smoke or something like Sponge was saying.
Pretty heavy defenses in middle, right? So you're thinking that should leave us an A gap.
Yeah, I want to see Mirage as well.
Tell me, from a captain's POV, those must be some of the most frustrating, right? Where the call was bang on. You've read it. The reasoning was logically sound. There was no 1A, and yet you're left with a very convincing round to your opponent. You know, how do you not beat yourself up? Do you blame the call, or can you kind of separate the quality of the call and the result?
I think you're not too concerned with it because it was the lighter buy.
Sure,
right? It feels like, okay, we did have an opportunity there, but they've had opportunities in a lot of these rounds because they've been finding the openers. It's how they've handled themselves in the mid rounds.
Right.
I think,
so
from my experience, it's not the in-game leaders.
I'm not sure if Wonderful smoke was for Donut or if it was for
issue
CT,
that he's missed that smoke, right? Like it's not like Alexi's not going to be annoyed. It's more Blade as the coach. It's your job as the coach to make sure your team is up to scratch and that they're not missing pieces of each other. So Blade will have a word with Wonderful, I'm sure. Not have a word, right? Like Wonderful knows he messed up.
Embrace of a 3-man mid stack. Oh, he gets a stray bullet into the 910's head in the red smoke. MongolZ in middle. You just can't keep a lid on him.
We have to win this one now.
You better. A two-man advantage. And make it even bigger. Just TikTok left. They live and die by those mid-fights, don't they?
Yeah, both teams. And have done a good job of weathering the storm. TikTok in the right place to give this one a go. Opts for the extinguish, strafes on out, and MongolZ will take him down. So they do manage that fourth round. This is a good stuff for the Mongols. Right? We're learning about these new young gentlemen, Darkmeister and TikTok in the roster. We're seeing if they're going to be able to rebuild to their former glory of once upon a time. They're having to do it without the coach Mara, who's unable to be with them throughout Bounty and now here in Paris.
We're going to go
NAVI on the other side coming out of the break. Didn't play Bounty. And Blade seemed very happy about having all that extra time to be able to prepare. Just a quick 30 seconds and we can get things back underway. Now, we split the pistols on Inferno. Can we do the same on Ancient?
Right, let's see how this goes. Adjust this a little bit.
Very impressive from MongolZ.
Darkmeister and Techno both have decoys. So I wonder if they're going to use these, as you would see on Inferno. Now, obviously, there's the half wall, but also if you throw them over, you can bait out util, right? They see the util in the sky and they drop a block smoke. So Lexi with that util, it's wonderful with the Berettas. Okay, fake cave flash. This is fast. This is B.
Okay, pressure onto the two of them.
Caught NAVI. They're not in position.
Dodgy, and this is HG could do an awful lot of damage.
Dodgy, but it's done the job.
How are you playing this? Bomb going down. They buy time for this retake. Just trying to get someone on that close wall, and it doesn't do too much.
Sure about that nade.
Retake on Alexi with a full.
I'm trying to be hindsight.
No
It just doesn't look.
Yeah, where's the smoke for ramp? More cave.
Techno's going to be well situated to find that multi. There it is, clean from him, and removes him completely. Up to the new boy, Dark snaps up for two, but down and easy pickings. TikTok down to bit, that USP headshot too clean.
The difference is the fact the bomb goes down in this one for the Mongols, so their second round force is going to look a lot more tidy than that of Navi's. Had to take that eco. You could see Imma's thought process. So when teams do the short smoke, long molly, they like to scale and take that long control. So he has the nade at the ready. As soon as Bit takes contact, he can drop that and hopefully plan to nuke on the T's trying to press in.
God.
So this round's facilitating an AK for 910.
3.2k DPI, 1.2 cents. That is ridiculous. 3.2k DPI.
Not the cave smoke coming into play.
I think average for a CS player is like 400 DPI, like 2 sensitivity equivalent. So he's operating at a ridiculous level.
Job there of keeping NAVI moving.
Pressure onto Wonderful eventually.
I don't think Woxic sensitivity is not that high.
910 that goes searching, and Wonderful is letting them in.
Which is a little bit scary. They must know that they are playing a setup where temple slip is possible, but the opening kill for Alexi onto Techno. Wonderful hasn't moved a muscle, so this is interesting indeed. The bomb coming back. There will be a smoke for CT.
Now the jig's
they're
up.
in.
Yep, access to the A site granted. Not going to be easy in the post plant, especially if you lose TikTok early. Forced the Molotov out of his hands at MongolZ. Bit finds 910.
Is that what Woxic's using now?
Sure, you got the bomb down, but holding on to this need a hero.
At his peak?
Someone to step up. Darkmeister's AK. Going to have to do an awful lot of work because he's lost his teammates. It's just the one man and just, yeah, losing out to MongolZ. Coming back for that retake on Temple. Now retrieve all those rifles. And Wonderful's approach is probably the most interesting part about all that round.
Yeah, you wonder if that's prep.
Yeah.
In the sense we were expecting this type of a maneuver to come out.
No one's going to silently get to CT spawn, or at least we're not expecting it.
It's so high. Yeah, but Counter-Strike, anything's possible. So with the bomb going down again there, I would expect another Mongols force buy. They're one of these teams that like to keep up that level of intensity.
Yeah, a la Snappy.
Yeah, and it's not a new thing for Asian Counter-Strike. It's obviously ancient history these days, but I remember watching teams like Lunatic High, We Made Fox, Project KR, that's the Korean teams, or even Tai Lu. They were force buying a lot more than what the Europeans were back in the 1.6 days around your 2009, 2010s.
So when it was
my sense is I think just bang on the average I said before.
Yeah,
I'm using two
Asian teams
400
have always
DPI.
backed their individuals. When I played against Tyloo, or when I played against the Mongols, when I had Machine Gun or
I know it's
Zilkenberg, those type
controversial.
of
People
games,
would say you should
the one
use
thing that
800
was always
DPI.
so suppressive was there was always more bodies than you thought there was going to be, and they would just shoot so hard, right? You had a tough time being able to respond.
Because on paper, you're going up against the recovered AK and 4 fully armored, fully
full
equipped.
util,
It doesn't make that much difference.
You have a couple of nades,
Obviously,
right?
you don't want too high a sense or too low a
sense,
sense, but if you find a nice medium that works for you and it feels comfortable, like
if you want to play a quick round, you have to
just
hope that the kills come.
Like, it's
your way
not going to
to be
make
able
you a
trade
better
out,
or
you have
worse
to play
player.
very, very,
Like, you just have to
slow,
get used to it.
And that's where you hope that NAVI, they don't have
people
good
talk about it
economy
way
of
too
utility.
much, thinking it's going to make them suddenly a great
Wants to
player.
fight, you got to get past MongolZ. The flashes
it's not
disconnect,
silly
but now
in one
across the box is
direction.
Darkmeister. You've got two players stretching their legs. It does look like a little mid-A split. MongolZ swinging on in. Darkmeister shadow, and ooh, he's clinical. MongolZ just deadly when you put that AK into his hands, and you're feeling his wrath as 2 kills, cleans out middle, big commits to a long-range spray. It's done very well. That is a shutout for the Mongols.
All right, 1 round game as quick as that. 4 straight now for the NAVI.
That's the other side of the force buy coin, though.
Mirage is looking questionable.
No money.
Yeah, now you have to take a light buy. You're going to get max loss bonus into the next, so you have everything you want. But at that point, we're all tied up. And in the 4-round stretch that NAVI have connected now, they have only lost a total of 5 casualties. So starting to change the tide of battle.
I move too much from standing. Movement all over the place.
Ouch, that hurts. Blitz with 1 HP after the opening salvo.
Action on Wonderful.
Yeah, a lot of action because the bomb jumps out first and he gets nothing.
Got it again.
Shouldn't be the end of the
Got
world.
no util
Group
for
top
this
double
though,
donut.
which is going to make it really hard.
Darkmeister needs cover. They're running at him. So many bodies, but the bomb does go down. The transfer from MongolZ comfortable, but from Tikuak and from the grave.
Exactly 1 HP players.
Down. Look at their health. Yeah, blitzed from 1 to 0. Feels like this result should be binary. It's either yes or no. Na'Vi kills 9-10. And they will.
Okay, Darkmeister, 1 HP and a dream for the young man as Alexi will deal with him.
This might be a thing again where we're seeing Mongols struggle on the T side.
One of the more competitive
right, like that CT looked good by them.
Going to be beating himself up a
I
little
think
bit.
NAVI played it a little bit, a different pace to I normally expect from
NAVI.
Now, which I think what Blade was talking about his time out.
Here on Ancient, but when the AWP comes out, this is where he can start to play his trade.
Do I know where the Mongols live / boot camp? I don't know.
Just lose track of the entry pathing, and then Techno is good on the promise of the trade.
Probably like, I'm not going to guess. Back in the day when I was in Europe, it was always like Serbia or like Malta or something tend to be places, but they might have them somewhere else now.
Setting up 9-10 for an opening pick.
That was his chance.
You know he's trapped towards the cubby. No way to flush him out.
And if you're MongolZ, you're going to move from that position, right? You don't want to get mollied and swarmed upon, so they'll continue to stuff the choke point. MongolZ not deterred at all. The grouping outside the B doors with 4.
Ooh, a little bit of damage there connected onto 9-10. They're going to boost him up. So the question is how does Bit get that info if he chooses to?
He knows they're very, well, he shot the AWP.
It's
he knows
occupied, yeah.
So that's not a mistake that Bit's going to make. My biggest concern for this Bit
Much
defense is
util left here for NAVI.
Alexis, they have to play for fights.
Yeah, no, fights coming his way. Very audible there.
One molly, one
spot.
smoke.
Molly's coming in.
Couple flashes.
Alexi concedes the space, and we reached the sub
Now
1
it's all
minute
gone.
mark.
But there was something
55
he saw
seconds, they
there
got 2
that he
flashes.
wanted to adjust the setup, right? So he's called Wonderful over. AWP confirmed now. Over towards the B ramp.
He's in 2 minds. Alexi B needs help. Just swings on out without the flash. It's an easy pick for Darkmeister. Bit's going to tuck on him, but that sets him up perfectly. And they just manipulated them into an easy
I wasn't
3.
paying much attention that whole round. Where'd all the utility go?
You get the kill on ramp.
It looked mismanaged from NAVI.
You get the bomb plant. Just about.
They had, I guess they just used more of the mid control. Maybe it looked like
immediately succeeded.
They were
Okay, so first T-side round on the board.
They had mid control.
Broken in at the same point now.
They had mid control the whole round.
Their first half, and then they went on a spree of 3.
But that is when the wall bang. Not at the start of the round. It's when one of the players on B has gone down. Don't care how, but the immediate reaction to they're coming up ramp. I'm tucking in that corner. It's so comfortable for Darkmeister to collect through the boards. 2 from him. Job done. MongolZ and MS saving comfortably.
So wonderful can be dropped an AWP from Imma or Alexi. There's lots of cash. And we'll get this 1,400 loss bonus coming into the bank balance. And with all 5 staying alive, that's good signs for the Mongols.
They were forced to move by Alexi, right?
Excuse me. Darkmeister was the one up ramp, getting his double kill, but still, regardless, the timing was perfect.
Happen, so he makes that push.
It made it look very easy to seize control on that B side. Wonder if they can replicate that.
Door smoke, so Molly becomes a whole lot more difficult.
That's what I would have guessed, but good to know. They've used a lot less this round, right? 2 mollies.
3 strides.
3 mollies.
They'll do the HEs instead, though. Look how difficult that's become. MongolZ's down. They've taken him down. It's up to Imma to fill his shoes. Oh. And he will. Sprays down another. Oh, and 9-10, the next victim. That is just a massacre in mid.
Delayed fight from NAVI. Slightly delayed, right? They didn't dump it all.
The fact he adjusts into that and just locks it down.
I mean, they're lucky those shots come through, but it was a bit of a delayed fight from both teams. Like both teams had the same idea there, like not rush middle, but on that second timing, which they both ended up doing. And
shut down.
Good from Imma, but I think Alexi's position would have confirmed it regardless.
Staying alive in the previous, they can get another full gunny.
AWP for Wonderful.
He's got to hit this one.
Wonderful's going to get a kill here. Oh,
hello. With a lot of space. The boy's just making a play.
He is on his own. I say that. The flash is perfect. Oh, wow. Bit finding an awful lot of connection there.
Now Wonderful has
left. Slipping towards CT. Imma's around the long side.
They have to know this is possible, surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. You certainly
Wonderful
would.
is about to rage.
They're going to know now. Now Wonderful's going to turn.
This is so outrageous. Darkmeister catching the loop. Catching the wrap, catching what hell.
I wonder where they thought he went, because Imma walked from that far side.
Okay, MongolZ will finally put him to rest. Mission accomplished, though.
My eyes are on Techno, because he's the one who's going to make this save quite difficult for NAVI. So Alexi's reaction there as well when that kill came in. I wondered, did they say it was possible? Was it an expectation that wasn't had?
Oh, it's such a good play. This, like, you've already thrown the lurk smoke a couple of times and done nothing with it.
Yeah,
this time you throw it and just flash for the long player.
You can see him on the cameras here. He's a big smile on his face, having a bit of a chat about how that unfolded, how good the flash work was. And on the other side, it's a bit of misery. So double digits reached first by the Mongols.
Because I thought the cave player would have seen him cross towards Speedway. Like, there was that moment where they kind of intersected.
I think it's just weird to expect one guy, right? Because that's all it was. There wasn't any follow through.
No.
And to continue pathing like that. So, you know,
I think it's fair to say South America's second strongest region.
Fortifying this in the rotation come in. No, he's just continued to slowly creep and crawl his way into the back lines. Oh, we've had that knife kill from Techno, and now this lurky play from Darkmeister, which is a round winner.
They are hanging with the big boys.
Yeah, it's nice to see.
Opening gambit middle for Blitz.
They've used 3 flashes to try and get this space. There's the 4th. Darkmeister is out.
Not afraid to make a play. And play he shall. Imma's there. Oh, his crosshair is too. An opening kill provided, but an immediate trade into a 4-on-4. Going to be
Wonderful
boosting 9
being
to
the
look
player,
for Wonderful.
come
He's
back
actually
and
elected
checking.
for more of a donut line this time. Big Box has not been kind to him.
They do the tree boost again. Wonderful might be in a bit of
strife. Yeah, you're right. Doing it silently. He's safe on this angle.
2 on tree. Shadow.
Shadow. Begging for backup. Donut's on his way. Oh, they jump at him. They jump at him. They're doing it their way. Mongolian style. 3-on-3. Oh, a lovely shot out of 9-10. Catches big. One back. It's all onto MongolZ's shoulders now, and 9-10's having absolutely none of it. This is starting to convince us we may need and require a third map to get this team to the playoffs.
That's Mirage is the third decider if we need to get there.
If the last 2 rounds
away.
They played them well.
NAVI with a couple of these saves And the better cash they built themselves early.
Obviously, just one of them was just a
go
lurk
around
through,
somewhat. Blade, I think on the mic just to talk this one through.
But
so you can see two M4s immediately equipped.
It worked. They'd conditioned it throughout the half by throwing that smoke a couple of times.
Dropped a bit. It's a FAMAS. So juggling this around, it does have some compromises. That's a great way to deal with that donut, right? 2 players up on tree, they jump out, there's multiple bodies to try. It's a couple of times where Wonderful's had that to worry about, right? The Tech9 kill from Techno coming out main after the player entering.
They have gone out A main the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, I think it would be
Wonderful,
good.
He just can't,
Wonderful's been in the position.
Always in the air. Here it comes, look at this. Inspired, dismount, even a flash for good measure. Just they have consistently made it very difficult.
And that's what Mongols are good at. Those little moments where they've got to fight together, Mongols are really good at it. It's the macro they tend to struggle at. Getting consistently down.
Dark smoke to start.
They're good at fighting.
Game gets away from Navi here if they lose this. Sure, it's 12, but it's more the finances I'm concerned about.
Yeah, pressure onto Navi's shoulders here. And the wallbang puts Bit on notice. Very lucky to get away with his life. A dink back in combination with the nade matches that. Alexi first blood, but for how long? Bit's easy pickings. Just
that smoke again, right? They've used that smoke differently again this time.
It's not worked out for him.
Got a whole game plan around this.
He made noise as well.
Yeah, Darkmeister cognizant. To 4-on-3, 9-10 behind that door smoke. Tikuak as well. Feels like Alexi B should be dead here. He didn't clear him, so maybe with MongolZ. Oh, no! The MP9 up close, but still the reaction speed from 9-10. It's wonderful. In a clutch with a FAMAS. And 9-10's AWP ain't missing. He is pulling this team to that 3rd map. Mirage awaits, and Navi left wanting in the financial department.
For Navi, I think, on the CT
it's going to need 3 straight rounds here just to take us to overtime.
Let's see what the adaptation is here from Navi.
Wonderful. Had a bit of extra cash there.
Like, are they going to try and get in front of this smoke?
The rest of them are going to be hodgepodge, pistols, and SMGs.
Or what are they going to try and do here? Just got to come out. And then in response, what are Mongols going to do? They're going to just keep running the same strategy that's working?
One of the key moves for Mongols as part of this T side.
No timeout, sorry. No smoke from him. They're going for hard.
There's no secret that he's up close and personal. But if they just continue to try these A walkouts, this is an even better round to do it because there's no wall and there's very limited rifles. The use of the block's not there. They're in a strong position to close this down 13-9.
Dikoax clears, diligent, looking for MongolZ and nailing the headshot. First step towards Mirage.
9-10 was holding the whole time as well for a trade.
Now you want to leverage that advantage as best you can. You got MP9 and a 5-7 from Bit and Alexi towards that cave side, just playing either side of it. So it really will just come down to Wonderful on A? Is it really going to be, will he have no assistance or will they start this scouting party in the right time? Now holding for this, easy for Blitz, short, headshot back. The 5-7 of Bit did damage. Wonderful still hiding out behind the box. And if you peek in, 9-10 is still scoped up here. Flash for him. It's perfect. It enables him to retreat.
Now you know there's 2 here. There's 30 seconds. You have to go.
Need that multi. Dark's found Bit. And Wonderful, unable to provide.
Right, if you're on YouTube, please follow me on Twitch. Folks. And if you're on Twitch and for some reason you don't sub to me on YouTube like most people, please do that.
Everyone contributing from the Mongols.
I'll see you back in a couple of minutes for Mirage.
Well,
that was good from the Mongols.
So it would make sense that Navi want to hand theirs over to the
Mongols.
Mongols.
They had a simple game plan around that lurk smoke, and Navi were able to adapt and then seen it in a while and got back in a while.
Pretty good showing right here from the side of Mongols.
It was good for the Mongols. The Navi's T side look a little bit rushed to me, a little bit fast for their style and what you would expect out of them.
Yeah, we do, and you know, we were talking about the Mongols' map pool in recent times compared to just historically what it's looked like. Well, Ancient has been historically one of their go-to maps, right? Mirage probably #1, Ancient at #2, and even though perhaps in recent times it hasn't been the hottest, you know, some things just never go away. Trace, I guess, and on that CT side was where they were able to do the brunt of the heavy lifting really for this map. And even though it seemed like Navi was back in control in the second half, just a couple of good rounds, honestly, by Darkmeister, lurking around, slinking around, put them back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, without a doubt, you know, a strong performance from the Mongols. Their ability to string rounds together on that CT side, getting 4 in a row to begin with. Then, as you said, you know, Navi coming back into it, you feel like they're taking control over the game, and then they get another 4 in a row and really string them together. So credit where credit is due to the Mongols. One of the things you said heading into this game as well, Janko, was that Navi have a bit of a habit of losing focus or not really coming in and being as clinical on the second map, their own map pick. In a lot of these series where they're the heavy favorites. We saw it a lot. We saw it at IM Rio, we saw it at IM Atlanta. It seems to be a bit of a trend that once they win the opposition's map pick quite convincingly, I don't know if it's complacency, if it's a lack of focus, if it's just... Yeah, I don't know what word to put on it, you know, but I think I've seen it enough now from Navi that it's definitely something that they will need to look at. I think Blade even said to us on a disc segment at one point that he's aware of it and he doesn't fully understand it either, you know, what's going on. But as much as I want to give credit to the Mongols, you know, lose a bit of focus. I see Makasi in a lot of, you know, duels just brute forcing it, you know, instead of missing out on the first timing, you could fall back, you could, you know, see if you can create another timing later on into the round. It's like he's all in, do or die in a lot of these entries. And I don't know if that's complacency from winning the first map as easy as they did, or if it's part of the game plan or whatnot, but it's been happening a bit too often for my liking.
Yeah, and dare I say, like, you know, I'm looking, if you look at it statistically, say wonderful impact here, there, and the other. But just from the Navi side, I do think it comes down from those late round decision making.
Yeah, for Wonderful, he had a stinker on Ancient. The numbers also showed that as well. 9 assists, really? Well, maybe that's the reason, right?
Yeah.
Just couldn't finish the kills. No, but in some of those rounds towards the tail end of the game, right? Like especially the one where he gets killed in the back by Darkmeister, it felt like that was communicated, you know, that the player could sneak through. I think maybe Alexi even saw him from cave going up short, and then the round right after that, he sort of hears the main, he's holding it, he even turns from the flash, but the Mongols with the jump boost, right, like they just stomp him. And yeah, some very frustrating rounds in there for Wonderful, that's for sure.
Even a lot of the rounds that Navi were winning, you know, when they were up against pistols, the Mongols made them competitive. You know, you had a lot of 3v3 scenarios where, sure, you'd argue, okay, Navi ended up winning it, but it costs deeply, you know, in terms of the economy. And it felt like, you know, we had a game yesterday where there was no tension in any of the rounds. It felt like every round was up for grabs right here for the Mongols versus Navi. And that's not a good sign if you're Navi. You're supposed to be a little bit more clinical, you know, and be better.
Speaking of that Navi, if we roll it back to the comment you had just a second ago about MongolZ and brute forcing, I think we have an example of him trying to do that in cave, but when it doesn't go your way, what happens, Yang?
Yeah, it's a fast round, right? Like a fast cave take, he has a good spawn, he goes into it, he finds the opening kill. And now in a 5v4, this is where like some small mistakes start happening. Like here they decide to dry peek from heaven. Ima had the smoke, like you can see he was pretty much lining up for it, but Alexi dies before that gets smoked. They get one more back from Bit, right, a nice little spam kill. So even in a 4v3, now Ima makes a play through the smoke, finds Darkmeister. So it's a 4v2, right? And now 910 gets a kill. Ima dies to Tikoak, he was low HP, goes all the way back from a 4v2 into a 1v2, which Wonderful, you know, still not out of it yet. He's pretty good in the clutch, right? Going to find a kill on 910 here, and now he's in a good position, right? This smoke is a little bit weird because, I mean, completely obstructs his own view as well. So once he plants the bomb, he's going to move into cave. Tikoak was last spotted Donut, so he could be flanking behind, he could do a lot of different things. He gets, you know, he goes for a risky play, pushing through the smoke. And I feel like once he throws this smoke and taps, I don't understand Wonderful's pathing and aiming. You know, like why is he focused more on the right side of things? Like if he smoked him in Banana, and that was like a really big one because it would have been an eco round for the Mongols if they lost it, right? Instead, they were able to go on a streak of their own.
One of those funny rounds where you have an advantage in you know, in pretty much every single scenario of the round. You know, your 5v4, your 4v3, your 3v2 of that matter as well, and it just didn't pan out for them. I also do agree with you. I was sitting in the room thinking to myself, even if he would have stuck the bomb, I think Wonderful would have missed the timing. I think he had time to actually defuse the bomb, so he just felt off his game a little bit in this one.
Yeah, I think the problem was like he was really shocked by how quickly Tikoak was there, right? Like how quickly he tapped the bomb, because he also didn't necessarily plan for himself. Sure, he could spam from that point, but I think he was hoping to, you know, buy time with the smoke, check behind, and then reposition again. But in the middle of all that, the bomb is tapped. So now he's like, well, shit, he could stick it. You know, what do I do? And yeah, it just wasn't the best of clutches for Wonderful.
Guys, I think at this moment we can kind of turn our attention over to Mirage, and basically a map where I'm looking at a chance for the side of the Mongols. You know, it's a 77.7 round win percent getting after the first kill.
That's a lot of sevens.
That's a lot of sevens, and which means that they've got to have better luck going into the third map of the series than they did in the first.
I think they've done a good job already making the game competitive, forcing it into a third map. I do think, again, as much as we've seen Navi, you know, lose focus, be a bit complacent on the second map, they always course correct coming into the third map. It's not a team that is getting too affected by losing that second map. So, again, I'd expect Navi to show up in more like the first version of them we saw on Inferno, you know, and then it would take the Mongols playing equally good, if not better, in order to make the game competitive. That being said, though, Mirage, open map, you know, open for expression, and probably one of the more easier maps for the two new guys to slot into as well.
Historically, MongolZ's best map. Now we know Navi, probably the best team in the world for the majority of the last 2-3 years on this map. And I think that's also the problem for Navi, is that outside of Mirage, they haven't established a go-to map. You know, statistically, Ancient is very good, but sometimes,
you know,
yes, sometimes when they pick it, they lose it, but then they can win on a lot of maps that their opponents might pick. And that's been sort of the struggle for Navi a little bit. Mirage is there where they should feel right at home, though.
And inversely, kind of the same idea for the Mongols. So what we're saying here is the Mongols like to pick in a Mirage sometimes, correct?
Yeah, I mean, historically speaking, it's been one of the go-to maps. Also a map the day, you know, when Vitality were unbeatable and the Mongols were one of the few teams who could actually contest them in some of these best-of-threes. Mirage was always the map that was super competitive, overtime games, you name it. So they've shown before that they can play it at a high level, without a doubt.
So what you're saying is there's a chance, Jacob.
There's always a chance. There's
nice.
always a chance.
We like that. All right, let's go to a quick break so we can get it back underway here. Mirage, Mongols, and Navi. If you can believe it, we're at the Esports World Cup in 2026, Paris, France. We'll be right back after this.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
camp. This thing. My webcam is broken. Yes, it's broken. There we go. Right. How's Mirage looking? Again, they play each other at the major on this map too. The same map. Red nuke. But Navi just lost a G2 ones at the major, but what's this story? I would have thought there'd be more than 24 coach trainers, but I guess it's not that many. Right. It always tells us we're starting and then we get a crunchy roll ad. Ban percentage. So we've got a cash ban percentage. Followed by a MongolZ ban percentage. Interesting way to show this information. Because if there's two maps, if it's like Inferno where they don't pick Ancient or Anubis, it just looks like a straight line. Anyway, let's watch the game. What do you guys think of the golden triangle thing where they get it to they get to crush it when they eliminate each other?
We're in the upper bracket. We're into the third map. Winner of this one securing a spot in the playoffs. It looked like it was going to go one way, and MongolZ picking Inferno, and NAVI quite comfortably converting. A little cosmetic comeback towards the end of that. But
love it, do you?
Into Ancient.
I don't mind it either, actually. I think it's a nice little bit of
MongolZ looking good. MongolZ playing well, and these two new additions, Darkmeister and Tikuak, since their addition to the Mongols, since their recovery of their roster rundown, we have seen them take on many names, but this one is the biggest name so far. MongolZ versus NAVI, are they ready to actually win the series and secure playoffs versus a team like NAVI?
Yeah, they don't look like fish out of water at all, and I think, you know, you can do this changing a one-player plug and play, but when you bring in two, it changes the dynamic. Now, I'm sure they're playing similar positions as what you would have had with a Cobra or a Senzu, and then TQ out replacing that of Mzinho, but still a different vibe, some new faces, and this is their second big boy LAN event.
Yeah, you're
at
right.
Bounty. Over in Malta, they lost a phase there.
CS is usually a game thing, so a bit of extra theatrics.
Massive, and
I think the Americans have shown us that those extra theatrics do make a difference, right?
At the end of the day.
Well,
like American
really
sport
like I
is
saw over the course of Inferno, and especially Ancient Darkmeister's
probably
flank
the biggest
onto
thing in the
wonderful
world, like sport-wise, right? Obviously, you have the World Cup with soccer, which is an American.
Maneuvers like that against a team like NAVI, you're doing something right. You're playing
with sports America tend to do bigger.
Oh my god, I just nearly said
I think a lot of it comes down to
they're
those
playing
extra
their game, Chad. They are playing their game.
I think a factor there that we can leap off from, though, is
NAVI, it's a cultural thing too, right? Not all cultures like there's extra theatrics. Some will just kind of straight to the chase.
Is there?
Exactly. I think when you take a look at MS saying, oh, they play the same, so you're going to be able to consider a lot of their decision-making and the fact they want to be in your face and take a lot of duels, sure, but players with their own moves, their own style, their own rhythm, that can be a difference maker. Now, the knife round has concluded. NAVI winning that. They've opted to start on the CT side here. Their huddle has just finished, and they're taking to their seats, putting those headsets on, getting ready and raring to go. For NAVI, this is more than just making the playoffs. They want to have a deep run. If you take a look at EWC, this is 24 titles, 25 tournaments, and a club championship, which has millions of dollars on the line. NAVI, they're one of the top orgs here at the moment. If the Counter-Strike division could do well, I wonder how much they can be taken home in the back pocket for the org. But that's a conversation for another day. Right here, right now, we just want to see who comes out on top of this one. When we take a look at the buys, 9-10 given a P250. Had a good map on Ancient, gets a chance to
I think the problem, Deemer, is that there's like a standards being set, right?
And Dual Berettas for
and players as well don't want to do those theatrics.
Decent amount of util on the CT side. Emma with a full belt, Makazi with a flash, Makazi with a HE. It's Alexi with the flash as they are.
2 HEs on a CT pistol, interesting.
I've seen a bit of this, right? You wonder if it's reactive.
Shot.
Good start. Good start to Wonderful's Mirage campaign. Had a great Inferno. And
I suspect that you look at the nades and where they're positioned. I think they're like potentially double nade for mid or con or something.
Okay, same result for Techno. Sure. That's the bomb lost.
One use on catwalk.
On back from Darkmeister. And with Tikuak and Darkmeister side by side.
All right, boys, come on.
This would be nuts.
Keep impressing.
This would be nuts.
Fun to watch the new names.
Given the way their teammates have died, yeah, NAVI are shooting hard. Good luck with that. Darkmeister does get brought down by Alexi B. Had a great Ancient, did Alexi individually. So at the top of the tables, Bit will bring it down with his second.
Yeah, players just, players do. They just want to play Counter-Strike.
And want to operate with a force with some Tech 9s.
I think you get some that are good at it, right? Like in Valorant, I had Boaster. If you're familiar with who he is.
So far, we've split the pistols. We'll have to wait and see for the second half if that's going to happen again.
And he loved Immediate Day. Like you could see the value in it, but most players don't, right? Like we're dealing with. At the end of the day, you're dealing with nerds, right? Like not outgoing football players or like it's a different personality type that gets so good at video games, right?
The last Mirage NAVI played.
You should have sound, Cloudy.
Eliminated 2-2 by G2. This was the last map before the break. So let's see if they can start their season off with success on Mirage. They go searching B with the Deagle. They get smoked. And they're just going to continue to do knock and run. That's what we'd call it in Australia.
Knock it or dash. Cherry knocking.
Knock and run.
Never played as a kid.
I was always scared of the name.
I'm from the same city as Sponge. I thought it was called Ding Dong Ditch.
What do I know? Does feel quite susceptible to like a Deagle headshot in mid-window, but wonderful. He has stood his ground wonderfully and will lock it down.
Okay, 4 for him. Drop that M4 across to Imma.
Give us a breakdown of how everyone's playing.
Wonderful. You got the cash if you sell back that flash.
I'd say there's been no standouts on either side so far from the like all 10 players basically.
No, he did.
Like, there hasn't been like this guy's killing it, this guy's falling behind. Like it's been more about how the team's been playing. Like the teams have been playing together.
So as predicted,
on Inferno, the Tikuak and Darkmeister got kind of farmed on T side trying to take Hall's control, but that's only a super notable thing from individuals.
2 through underpass, 2 top middle. They will creep out and get this.
Yeah, thanks, Steamer. Yeah, on YouTube, someone asked about sound.
Able to work on their second wave of mid. Likely another window smoke. Top con also available, but creeping down, looking for the fights.
Yeah, wonderful. Trying to catch this crawl, but you can see the flow chart. Smoke break. Ooh, Darkmeister was on his way into cover. Still goes down. That's a nice opening kill. His second from Wonderful. Just our third round of play. Got one in the pistol.
His rotation will have
been a lot of sound cues given.
Techno is aware that there was somebody loitering. Trade for Makazi. Techno
should have this. Should and does. Back of the head tracks it nicely.
So they know Alexi Bianca still alive.
Techno showing off his movement.
Just smoked off B-Apps, has Alexi. His support is on the way. Wonderful, jaunting over as quick as he can.
Just going straight through this smoke is incredibly brave, so fair play to TikTok. Leads the charge with Blitz with the bomb on his back.
Here's the tell.
And wow, finds lethality. Nearly finds TikTok as well. Ooh, wonderful, and able to provide onto TikTok. Had showed some restraint on his trigger there. Still 2-on-2 for this retake. Held by Techno is the cross. Bit versus Techno are likely head-to-head. You've still got the potential swing from TikTok on that low HP. It's held by the AWP, though, so he's showing that restraint and understanding of the current lay of the land. And Bit got the first headshot. TikTok tasked with the clutch, and it all falls into place as textbook stuff out of the two of them. That's 10-0 with Bit and Wonderful.
You've just seen that.
The frag tally for Wonderful in the last map?
Like 4-18
vitality.
Yeah,
I mean,
wasn't,
the best of 3. That's pretty crazy.
Is what I saw. I don't know if
but you do have, if you've only just seen that, you do have a lot of catch up. There's been a lot of best of 1 upsets. It's been a fun tournament, right?
Wonderful is fun to watch. And
luckily 4 teams go through from each group, right? So you're not really going to miss, even though there's been the upsets, you're probably not going to miss anyone.
He came and joined us for a chat. He was talking about Mirage.
Doesn't mean the bracket will be a bit interesting when it comes out.
You're able to start 4 towards A a lot, like window, jungle, stairs, because if they go for con smokes, you're able to keep breaking them with the HE and negate their timings up cap. And that wasn't one of those rounds, but just saying to keep our eye on if Navi want to pursue a heavier A lane.
Navi taking a timeout.
And surprisingly, by Blade. So they have been able to pick up
I don't know what Blade
consecutive rounds.
What Blade maybe didn't like.
Another buy coming in from the Mongols. Now,
perhaps the reasoning for Blade's timeout?
I would love it if you'd just give us a nugget after the game. Oh, you took your timeout on round 4 after winning the first 3. What was the reason? Oh, was it because the cash was a little bit light on? Was it, you wanted to give them that time to really screw their heads on? Was it just to remind them to expect constant buys coming out of the Mongols? Either way, we're back underway.
Curious to see what Wonderful does with his AWP starting A.
They've done 3 mid smokes immediately, so they've done a con smoke straight out the gates, which tells, hey, they could try and rip it straight up cat.
So it is that heavy investment to act and posture like you're occupying middle, and then quick pivot into A. Now, Wonderful is
It is, but Makaza has all the info in middle.
Saw nothing, and there's no one scanning, no extra util. They might be a little bit late to this, Mongols.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the Mongols struggle with understanding concepts like this almost, it seems like. Like, just how around like this works. It's almost like they copy it from other teams, but don't fully understand it. They could still win this round, but Wonderful and Bit are playing together well.
Oh, just about. Bit 10 HP swings to his demise. Overlooked completely was Techno. It's got 3-on-3 as that bomb's planted. Blitz could be putting himself into the AWP's crosshairs, and Wonderful could not.
That's a changer, though. Hitting shots like that
doesn't
matter if you don't understand fully or run it perfectly.
Smoke for the bomb available here, Alexi.
Okay, threatening. Certainly threatening. Smoke and a kit, always a good combination. It's double Tetris and then around the world maneuver back to Palace for 9-10. Smoke on the bomb. Alexi onto Blitz. That's Techno necessary. And then quick team play on display. 9-10. He's not baiting. He's not letting that teammate get run down. He lends a hand and contributes.
You've been playing more than watching? I mean,
thought they might have been a little bit off with the timing.
The great thing about CS is you have options.
Emma had enough info on mid with those 3 smokes down, but no.
Surf if you want instead. It's a lot comes out of CS. It makes such a special game. You want to say it like that.
Great shot from Blitz. It's a round-winning kill.
Yeah.
NAVI walking a little bit funny after that. We'll bring out 2 MP9s. Oh dear, they've double smoked top cap.
They've used 3 smokes again with a double smoke.
That's valuable utility squandered.
It's hard to put it into words from the commentary box when you have wasted util like that, but it just limits options. It's going to make things much harder in the mid to late rounds. 4 players ready to clamp down on middle. In a window, you've got 2
and following from Sponge just said there, like in-game leader, you keep track of your smokes, right? And you even ask like who's going to smoke. Like you'd even ask that sometimes. So.
Able to win out. Jump out the window from Imma.
Nice crunch from NAVI. 4 players here.
You wanted TQ ready to play out A there, and he hasn't. So this round, he's going to settle for a moment. Divide and conquer. That's the Mongols' game plan. 9-10 out mid to try and draw this back into something a little bit more competitive.
Palace occupied. Walking on our ramp to CT. And Immer jungle, yeah, easy fights for them. Oh, it even tracks Techno mid-air. 3 out of the Romanian, very nice.
Yeah, in those situations, if a team is going to shove all in like that for the mid control, that's where your extremity players have to take the space so you have something to go back to, but they weren't in a position to try and capitalize on that. And Immer's back to having that good mood. Now, the thing is, the mood was pretty good on Ancient as well until we got into that second half and things started to get a little bit more difficult. I wouldn't say the mood, well, obviously it's sour and you lost, but it didn't look like it was anybody who was completely tilting off the face of the planet. We've got a hero AK into this next one for Darkmeister. The rest are just into a little bit of util and light pistol upgrades. So, what a one for NAVI as Mongols will give over the real arm wrestle for economic control. It's great when you can keep all 5 alive on the CT side. You get yourself a couple of AKs. Blitz a curious guy, isn't he? Right, in-game leaders normally sit in the middle, and if it's not the in-game leader, it's the AWPer. There was a period of time there for quite a while where Techno took it, and people asked, like, why are you no longer in the middle? Like, is Techno now in-game leading? And they were like, nah, I just wanted to sit on the end. That was Blitz. And then he went back to the middle, and now he's back to the end.
Maybe he's just an aisle seat guy.
Yeah,
you know,
a bit more room.
Room to stretch the legs.
Oh, it's going to be a big nade.
Be well placed.
It could, couldn't it? Oh, the 1-2. And there's MongolZ's double. Darkmeister's AK did not get a chance to do a thing. A quad kill shut down from MongolZ coming his way on the lighter.
You have to see something out of Mongols here.
Casual. We'll get the guns back out.
It's looking a bit easy from NAVI.
We'll see if he wants
the only round they lost was they still outplayed him. The round they lost, they just got outshot.
But no scopes into round number 7 for either team. Anything out of the ordinary? Let's see. Okay, bit out to underpass. They want to contest middle again.
Ooh, double nades don't do as much as they would have hoped.
Bit is going to have to get out at some point. There's a flash on the
fade of the
smoke
when he's
available.
Get out.
Yeah. Oh, he's taking some damage from the Techno spams. He's gotten away with it though. Ooh, an info top mid.
Flash. Tells him you were there, but he's going to be cautious.
Head to head, MongolZ can't win. Good work from Blitz. That's output. NAVI at the disadvantage now. Will they be able to find that equalizer? Deliberate angle from Alexi to catch that walk up. Darkmeister down to him. He's done well to catch him just as he jumped up and transitioned.
Bomb is heading back to A, and wonderful.
NAVI have some rounds they do a really good job of fighting together on the CT side, and sometimes where
of Blitz.
It looks a little bit confusing.
A wonderful tug sandwich, and he's got
some of those rounds where it look confusing.
Gets dodgy now.
They're just taking 1v1s.
Dikoak, of course, procedurally clearing. He's got 30 seconds to try and provide that opening. There is just one NAVI member here, but the rest are on the way. Attention drawn, and info. That's the kill. Wonderful. And a second. Finds Dikoak on the swing, just delaying, living as long as he can. He's won the round right there. Or has he? Gets rid down. Blitz has done enough. 18 seconds. That bomb still needs to make it across the sight line. Alexi forced to tuck dump. Util has bit the plays active. Finds the damage necessary. Puts Techno into a box. He just doesn't have the time to climb out of.
Well, not obliged there. That's going to be 6-1. 5-round gap.
Stunning jerseys from both teams.
To be able to bail themselves out of that.
It's the timing on that
plain white jersey. I don't mind the white and gold on the
immediately starts to confirm they know what's mid. Blitz is left. They're heading your way.
Second's great from Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's very well there. Especially with the pathing and how slow it was. If that's an extra,
that was the opposite of that round. That round actually Mongols played better,
that
but
unfolded.
Get the kills.
Hit by the sword, down by the sword. Ooh, the Mongols, they're in again. Mainly Galils, and an opening kill for Bit.
Again, like...
Just what they wanted.
You know there's going to be a double swing there, or a flash there, or something. Like, I don't know why Blitz is sitting out in that corner where he can't, like, get in from escape.
So keeping a decent tempo to things.
Like, he's full committed. Like, at best case scenario, he's getting a trade there, which maybe you'd take in this round. Maybe that's what he wanted. Maybe he wanted a trade. Maybe he was, but he didn't get it.
So, light on the util. One of the smokes is in the air. Window now blocked. Con flashed and sweeping through.
Bomb still spawn.
That's going to be picked up now by 9-10. And it was wonderful in sandwich last round. It's MongolZ now who's the short player. Wearing into an A split. Playing retake with this bit. EWP.
To gap him is cognizant of, but back is currently turned. Just now addressing it and still does well. The movement from Techno leads to a nice opening. Darkmeister builds upon it. MongolZ was not overlooked. Darkmeister will catch an AWP bullet from Bit, but it's not lethal.
This one's a bit of a stinker right now. Just as it was looking pretty good for NAVI. Mongols have ripped this one away and doesn't have to necessarily be the save, but they can't buy these AKs, so we'll... Wonderful over towards B while Alexi takes contact A ramp. This just keeps the comms and intensity on this A side defense right now. But that'll be that. Mongols will get their second round, and with how easy that opening kill came, it looked a little bit unusual. That's twice now that Imma's been caught by Techno. There was the one time with the AXQ where he jumped over stairs and then Imma just...
Why are BetBoom and Paravision not called by the actual names and called BB and P-Vision?
In the quiet,
well, maybe because BetBoom
some of his best work.
Is a company, right? I don't know if they're a gambling company or what they are, but they're a company, not like a team name. I don't know, is Paravision the same thing?
So talking here in the post-mortem about...
like, you know how, like, Vitality, right? Or the, like, the Mongols, they're just a team name, right? Like, or NAVI, they're a team name.
And looks like a blade
timeout. But a BetBoom's like a company, right? Like, it's, that owns a team, essentially. Is Paravision the same thing? I actually don't, like, if it is, then that's probably why.
You don't make that mistake twice.
And this is a great opportunity to start working back into the half now. If you take a look, Alexi has the most cash at 7.8, but everybody else is 2K or less.
Because they, okay.
So with only 1,900 lost,
MD?
on saves.
Because they gamble. I didn't know Paravision was a gambling website. That's why. EWC doesn't allow it.
Either way, you can get that spilled open before the half comes to its conclusion.
Is there no gambling sponsor on this event?
These sites. So right now, fully strapped.
I haven't seen one.
Everything they could desire. A blade timeout to give them the chance to chat it over.
I think so, Warden. That's what MD's saying, and that was my guess based on what I know.
Lower bracket, last chance to.
Is there a gambling sponsor for EWC? Like, you know how like Blast had one. I haven't seen one for EWC.
Opening. An AWP collision. 9-10's the one that reigns supreme. You can see McCarthy's not playing scared. He welcomes them. You want to swing? I'll take this duel.
It's only their second opening kill so far, the Mongols.
Wow. Let's see if they can make good on it then.
Yeah, Darkmeister's been having a bit of a tough go. I think he's 0-4 in that department.
Miss window, Molly.
Yeah, I think Navi are playing really well as well, Dima. Like, I think they have a chance at
gravitating towards middle again for another.
They look a little bit rusty on a few rounds, but I think by the end of the tournament, they've got a lot of promise.
Hedge towards B.
He's got a smoke to block.
Yeah, he might just hide bench.
Yeah, the bait and switch. I like it.
If Alexi takes first contact, this is the anchor, so Emma could go overlooked.
See what output Alexi can get. Trying to track that window jump out from Techno, and it is one and done. Darkmeister wraps up the short side. Is Imma overlooked? It looks like it's possible. Just perfect. Can't transfer into Blitz, but there's McCarthy quick on the short side. They still haven't got that bomb down. That smoke enables more plays.
That's a rookie mistake from TikTok there to plant so quickly.
Oh, still hits the headshot. Puts it onto Bit. And a quick one on the AWP. They will convert upon that opening.
EWC doesn't need gambling sponsors. Betting, gambling, sportsbook, casinos, prediction markets are blacklisted as sponsors per their website rules. I respect that. I don't like the gambling sponsors either, to be honest. Like, I know they bring in a lot of money, but gambling is just not something you want to be doing. Like, I only know this on my YouTube channel. Never done a gambling sponsor, and I won't because I don't agree with it.
And Blitz combined.
And trust me, I would have made a lot more money on my YouTube sponsorship, so I'd expected them, but I just don't think it's not something I agree with, so I don't take them. So, I know EWC, not everyone likes it, but I think that's a W for EWC, not taking those sponsors.
Molly missed.
Okay, he'll get away. Probably overcommitted a little there with the sound cue given, and oops, just a little bit of Darkmeister's boot spotted under the smoke there, and McCarthy. He's walking up to try and punish. Good connections.
Mongols have played really well these last
roster rundown, a couple back.
4 rounds.
Emma finding him with the FAMAS, but
they just flipped a switch.
Come the seams. NAVI are showing some real frustrations across the board in these rounds where they have advantages, or it feels like they should do. And this will be the final one.
getting them in position, predicting when Navi are going to fight.
Oh dear.
Like,
oh dear indeed.
Oh,
it's been good. Like, Mongols have been...
Mongols, they can hang.
Wonderful did start pretty strong, but remember, he had 4 kills against an eco.
Yes.
So, right, I'm not calling him out by any means, but you just want to keep your eyes on it. And Orpa on Mirage, you want to have some good impact.
Alexi's not
a few of those reactions from Alexi. One even mid-round when Emma died to Techno and then MongolZ died in Sandwich. That round just disintegrated in a second. 910's done it again. This time there's a bit more swagger. Quicker into the mid-control.
Yeah, you don't have to play as scared when they know it's likely just a upgraded pistol. However, a pistol can be lethal. Bit with a demonstration.
I'd hate to let this one slip if you're the Mongols.
I think eventually he's going to put that AK into his grasp. He's clearing out ramp now, so there is a weapon, but look at this. MongolZ is going to be very hard-pressed to find output. Armored AK's coming in, and oh, still nails the headshot onto Blitz. These guys are hitting shots on both sides of the server. 910 included in that list. Alexi tried to cross into the site, acknowledge the potential for the plant, but it's a couple of kills. It's the Mongols round that matters a whole lot more.
Yeah, Bit should save the AK and then Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't want to get an ethics debate
about damage. It's the final round coming up next.
Everything either. I'll have a debate about the Counter-Strike, but we'll leave the ethics debates for other people.
Where they had those couple of MP9s and they went for that mid clamp down together.
The worst person you know just made a great point.
It's looking like they've hit their rhythm.
I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry.
Haven't been able to break back in.
What were you asking? Sorry.
What's going on?
Oasis?
I don't know.
Decision like that.
One of the million games that are being played simultaneously is something.
How does that
we've only
side
been here this week,
is
so
looking like?
This is our first Saturday, and it's getting quite busy.
I'm excited for next week.
Can you see the Rocket League from where you're standing?
I can see these giant screens if I go over here.
Okay.
Looks like it's kicking off shortly. 18 minutes, boys.
That's where we're going starting next week.
Hell yeah.
Rocket League.
I'll be with you until Wednesday. Teams will get some more time off. Been a long time between drinks for some of these games. Think about Navi. They played
the chess
on
is on
Thursday
as
and
well,
then
right?
2 days off.
Sure.
So
Magnus Carlsen playing yesterday.
Right now, this one's damn close. One round the gap, round number 12. V, you want to stop this momentum.
For real. Where were we at?
6-1.
6-1, 6-5. Okay, opening damage. Look at this.
See, I like that. Like, that's much better, right? For that opening pick on bottom ramp. Like, they didn't get it, but I like it from 910 and the Mongols. Like, they had a good opportunity.
Palace is not bore fruit either, so quick Mongol pivot towards B.
Nima has a lot of nades, and he will be over to here alongside of Alexi.
They have no answers short, though, so they are kind of distracted.
Yeah, it is only A where they have that Palace presence, so...
Oh, that's an important find. Nice angle as well from Imma, adopted. You chip in, Darkmeister's clear, it's pre-aimed. Surprise! Oh my god, it's pristine! Quick one onto Imma as well. 910 plucks him out of the sky, and another Mongols round. 6-1 goes 6-6.
And they did it the hard way. On this stretch right now of rounds they've been able to piece together 5 straight, only one of them was eco, right? Everything else was with guns, so great job for the Mongols to be able to bring this back. Now, Wonderful and Big, give it a go, but it's a 2v4. The bomb's down, it's ticking, and you're smoked off.
This has been the best T-side half from the Mongols
You'll give it your best go.
I've seen this season, since we came back from player break.
Easy pickings for 9.
Like, I know they won their T-side on Ancient, but it was kind of just off that one. Like, they kind of had one game plan, right? Whereas this showed them adapting and having different game plans.
Here. I think he had one kill for those opening stages.
Oh, you were talking about
this has been their best T-side half.
He was 0 and 4, and then he bounced back, right? This is very easy for a young man, right? You're giving away, or you're being dictated to with these opening finds, and then you kind of.
What do you think might be the reason behind Team Spirit's
inconsistency? He's able to get himself 8 kills and impactful ones come the tail end of the half. That's a strong recovery.
I think Shiro's a big part of it. If you look at Shiro and how he's playing, he has some games where he looks like Shiro. It was the same at Blast too, right? But he has these shocking games since the player break where Shiro is just non-existent. And the reality of Spirit, right, is like, obviously they're 5 good players, but you have Donk, kind of like Donk's up here, right? And then you have Shiro as your, like, Shiro's a really good AWPer, and they're kind of your 1-2 punch. And when the 2 punch ain't punching,
such good output,
it does make things harder, right? And
the window from Wonderful.
I think that Shiro is a lot of it's on Shiro.
1-1-3 for the defense of the Mongols, so they're hedging their bets towards the A
There's obviously
side.
other reasons as well.
They've given Techno Some dual Berettas and a smoke towards B as let's all perforate that smoke, see what he can find. Nothing on the initial timing, and he'll rotate over to join Techno. They're feeling things out NAVI. Wonderful on that P250. Home in B apartments, Bit and MongolZ. And they're just turning this into a simple B split.
Techno, a smoke to play around, and dual Berettas that we will not get to see. Nice headshot from Bit. Second as well. Mantles up on the van, and a clothesline from Imma with perfect crosshair placement will just remove Tikuak, trying to lend a hand to that lost B site. Consider this one a NAVI pistol, so both.
Real ball knowers, no Mongols win this one.
Only a difference in that department.
Yeah, bucking the trend. And after the half they just had, or the
I
last
agree,
5
Valorant
rounds
Enjoyer.
they just had,
We
I
have
think it's
really
gonna
good
feel to
casters in
shake that off
Counter-Strike.
and say this
Like,
is a new
really,
half.
really good casters. Like, as someone...
That's one of the differences, right? Obviously,
as
different
your name,
tournaments
Valorant
with different
Enjoyer.
rule sets with how
I've spent time with
works.
Valorant, and the
We have
casters
2 to 3
are so
minutes.
much worse
It's
than
only 30
Valorant
seconds.
in
If you
Counter-Strike.
had the momentum taken away from you like
Like,
that,
it's just not
this
even
pistol
close.
becomes even more important.
It's the
because you
closest
don't have the time to
comparison, right, with the
reset,
type of
take
game.
it all in,
but
you're straight back
yeah,
underway.
it's just not even close. Did you see the roster
viewers too,
mechanics
don't
from
have to go
Thorin about Spirit? No, I didn't. What did Thorin have to say?
I'll be back in the lead ever so slightly.
He would have done his research, I know that.
But with 2 players staying alive, keeping the Kev, Darkmeister and 910 could both buy into Famis's. 910, of course, is going to operate with the Scout, but he could sell that back.
Ignore the name. Look, if your name's Valorant Enjoyer,
they really wanted to min-max here, but
I'm going to have to say it.
More like MP9 guys and 5-7
And presume you're a Jet player or something. Or a Sage player, even worse.
NAVI just double window smoked as well. So both teams showing a little bit of pressure off these spawn calls.
MongolZ's already holding util A. It's going to mean nothing if they've got all this ramp space.
See what NAVI is setting up here.
Trying to
pressure.
It will force out some block util.
Try and
Palace smoked.
help this walk up short. Simple strategy.
He can peek over the top of that smoke, and that's all about the timing.
They've just re-smoked B apps.
Oh, info. And a headshot. That's the Scout. So deadly. In 910's hands finds 2. Serious output and serious problems for NAVI here.
NAVI need a chill here.
You know he likes to rat around it. They've run straight past him. Into the B. Where is he?
How do you even,
right behind you.
How did both players even fit through that door at the same time?
MongolZ, no way he's ready for this. Ready to be sideswiped. Techno bides his time. Power position. Short gets the info. Oh, and Techno can't finish it off. MongolZ just enough to maintain apartment's control, and that might be enough to back on away and have a second bite of this force by Cherry.
It's
what
hard
a
to be
Thorin
critical
show.
of Techno
Thorin is
because
the co-host, and the real host of the show is a nerdy point guy and gives deep dives.
His unknown
No, I haven't seen that show.
But it's no longer a surprise.
What's the name of that show?
In the site, and of course, they could have pushed underpass and flanked behind us, right? So he just took a little bit too long to activate. And whether MongolZ was ready for
what
a
a
back or
Valorant
not,
class
it doesn't
is
matter. He was still worried about some form of a flank.
Just the way they word stuff and their energy. Their energy is off. Like, they get really... Like, it's almost like they don't understand Valorant. Like... Sponge obviously understands Valorant, right? And Machine Counter-Strike. Whereas the Valorant casters, it's almost like they're
they've got the MP9,
Novas,
5.7s as well that could be dropped
using the old ranking system, and they're just kind of people that can talk well, but they don't really understand what's exciting and what's good, and they get kind of like overhyped when they shouldn't, or they don't like notice stuff. Like in Counter, like if you listen to how Sponge, right, as the color caster talks in this and like picks stuff up, and they just don't have that in Valorant. Like they don't have anyone that really understands the game. Like all the players are still players, right? Because Valorant's such a young game, so they're just going like talking people that run the show right now.
Show the mid presence. Rotate as a pack towards A. Bit through apartments.
It's a nasty ramp setup, but it will be a 2v.
Covering behind. It's close ramp against the 5.7 and the MP9. The biggest concern for MongolZ alongside of Alexi. As
and
the
aggressive Bit's preferred to be here.
Presumably Bit's going to make life difficult for Tikuak as well. MongolZ goes first. Turns close. Ooh, nice headshot. Gets them both. Scot-free. barely a scratch on his knee. MongolZ finds and overcomes.
Oh, it's called talking about roster
mechanics. This is much scarier looking round than the previous, and yeah, it's a whole lot easier. So 9-6. We'll buy into the next. He may as well hold on to the armor in this situation. Thanks for coming, Blitz. Wonderful will take you down, get his 12th frag. And Darkmeister. So the boost, hoping someone comes his way so we can add another one to the tally. Interesting, everyone else from the Mongols left during the break. And this is
yeah, but Valorant casters have less to work with, needing to cast a rubbish game.
Blitz stayed there the whole time.
Good with it.
Nah, you could. Coach being here, he's probably going to feel.
Valorant is a more casual. It's not a bad game. It's a more random and casual game than Counter-Strike. Like it's hard. Like you can't really master it. It's too random. There's too many abilities and ultimates and all that. But it's not a bad. It's an exciting game. Like there's cool stuff you can do in Valorant. Counter-Strike's more for like you're trying to master something, which I think appeals to everyone that watches. Like all of us, right? Like it appeals to me more too, to be honest. Like you can like. Being able to master something, not having these like random events happen.
Yeah, that's something you don't see from the Mongols either, right? With no coach here, they very rarely take a timeout, if ever.
True.
Right, so that's something that Blade usually banks on. The opposing coach taking timeout so he can make adjustments.
He burned 2 in the first half.
Yeah. Oh, this is a pretty direct A-pop.
Okay, just go. Yeah, I mean, it's vulnerable.
2 players here.
Yeah, TikuAK's got a little bit of 910's help as he finds his counterpart. Wonderful goes down. TikuAK spotted towards the default box. They're aware of the setup. Util in the air. MongolZ 1, MongolZ 2. Oh, a broken record at this point. Again, out-ramped.
Bit and MongolZ.
Has he done enough? Darkmeister doesn't seem to think so. Heavy chip-ins. Serious contributions now into a 2-on-2 with actually... worse for wear on the health department. Bit's gone down, softened up. Easy headshot for the Galil. Him at 8 bullets, 2 targets. And Blitz is so gun on, so ready. He doesn't even get a chance to pull the trigger.
I think that right there is a good example of the constant pressure that the Mongols will keep on you once they know you are there, right? Everybody just swinging through, willing to take the fights, not giving you the moment to play at the mid-round and settle. Like, we know where you are. We'll just put the bullet between your eyes. MongolZ does very well.
Valorant has enough depth? Yeah, it has more than enough depth. Like if anything, it has more depth than Counter-Strike.
Just keep on swinging.
Like the depth is almost infinite because of all the agents, right? But
like I've seen him like it before, but it's been consistent. I thought, you know, maybe it'd be a bit more chill. It's all right. We got 2
like
new
Sponge
boys,
could thrive 100%.
They know they're still right there.
A lot does change all the time.
They will take their 3rd and final tactical timeout. So this is where Blitz actually has
just
the power now.
That's just the casters don't really understand the game very well.
He doesn't have to take any timeouts. Like, see, you're on your own, bud.
Make the most of your last 30 seconds with coach.
Yeah, I think the good thing about Counter-Strike is it only changes a little bit, right? Like we get the nade blowing up and the smoke change, but that's like
coming up for NAVI.
Years between big changes, right? And then like our big changes are the magazine change, which didn't really change.
Very important rifle round of the scheme of the game, and that's where you can see why Blade took the timeout.
Like,
Bit seeing what he can get around that incendiary.
910 being boosted early, if he stays, it can free up essentially 4 players to focus more on middle and A, because he can always deal with short. Okay, Darkmeister, never mind, is going to creep.
Like, listen to what Sponge is saying right now. You're not getting that in a Valorant. Like, none of the Valorant casters understand, like, can read the map like that or
it's a lot of information, though. The fact that AWP's posted up that far, no one's harassing, you're not really worried about that B pressure. Sure, it can go from 0 to 100 from behind that, but right now, I feel like they're well informed. Techno starting towards A, so he's that unexpected loose piece alongside a TikuAK. Window smoke late from Alexi, and he's missed it.
Can't be getting upset. Wonderful missed his smoke on Ancient, but if you're the in-game lead, you're missing window smokes.
Bit out.
Blade will have multiple people to talk to.
Fight to be winning. Techno goes down with empty hands, but look at their health. They just got a crazy HE right between 3. Doesn't matter if Darkmeister and 910 can't profit off of that because the A site's fallen and I feel like the round's going Navi's way without any more resistance. Doesn't look like it's in their best interest to throw any more resources into this.
We're in the early stages, and the finance is not yet built for the Mongols either. So at this point, hold on to the AWP and the M4.
Do I think Valorant face power creep? No, actually the opposite. Where I think that the Valorant Riot,
exactly what Blade would have wanted to see.
Riot have understood that they can't power creep. They've actually started nerfing a bunch of stuff in that game. So the abilities are actually less impactful than they used to be.
Will be able to drop one.
Like it's actually going the opposite way. which I think is smart by right. I think they understood the game was getting a bit silly.
You ask the question now, does this force the hand of the Mongols to try something more aggressive? Right? Are they going to try and use 910's AWP? Does he get a good spawn for apartments, right? Jump up, take a look.
Yes, but you said those random events and facts that each agent is unique makes it quite hard.
Need HEs to break these smokes, you'll have to play ahead of them.
It does make it hard.
Or do they take the save behind
Oasis, but it's also like
full buy into the next. Doesn't mean they're giving.
Also makes it easier in some way because you know which agent is where. Like you know what this agent's abilities look like.
It's probably going to be a FAMAS or an MP9.
And there's always meta agents, right, that you just like brush up on. Like it's almost easier to read because like Counter-Strike has 5 players that all look the same, whereas in Valorant they're 5 characters that all look different. I don't know if I'm making sense.
3 smokes start and look at the pace. Look at this, just gunning it up mid. Just a head-to-head collision. Ooh,
it's been nice from Alexi. He's changing up the pace a lot.
Awkward for Techno. Has to try and play around the smoke. His favorite move. He's done well. Can't get the upgrade. He's getting
low.
Back up from Blitz as well. And good reaction through the smoke. There's Blitz back onto Alexi short side. MongolZ claws it back.
MongolZ is shooting really well.
Just put into a very uncomfortable position to go combat AWPing. That FAMAS on TikuWak. Not a chance. Okay, there's some wonderful AWPing for you.
That was rapid. I like the gear shift there, right? When you've been doing all these mid plays, you've been smoking off window, smoking top cat, you've been harassing with the defaults. Now you actually follow through with it. Not quite ready. Unable to put up the resistance required.
That came way quicker than Darkmeister was ready for.
And it looks like the Mongols are going to force buy out the game.
All right.
Mongols have had enough, and they're force buying out the game. Seen this before.
A fun place to find yourself, but that's where we are.
They know how important that one was. You can see it in the celebrations.
Wonderful, ready to punish if someone tries to perforate the top of that smoke. It's going to be quite difficult to get a read on this. So you will just treat this as a buy round if you are NAVI, but a buy round where you want to dip your toe in the water first. This assertive play from Blitz is...
Problem is Blitz gets here, but what's he do now? Like he can't peek with an MP9.
Worst case, he can always...
He just has to stay here, try and get early info, early sound cues, and then you can see what the Mongols are doing, right? They've left A, trust the early sound cues on Blitz, and shut down mid and B.
Deep con smoke, they can start to slowly creep up short.
In this case, mostly just mid.
From Darkmeister, though. How good are your pre-aims, Alexi? Not good enough. Caught out by the FAMAS.
And no real trade attempt.
Someone boosted him. It was TikuWak, who is hoping to be overlooked here. Are they really considering ladder room? Yeah, Bit does. Nails the shot. Darkmeister next victim. Tags up Bit heavily. The molly's going to make his life miserable. They know he's trapped. Flames force him straight into the crosshairs of MongolZ.
It's a misplay from TikuWak. He had a lot of utility there.
The headshot. That's exactly what you needed.
And once his teammate on short gets the kill and leaves,
he can't really assist with this. He's going to have to go
he needs to just util himself out a window if possible, or just util off short and reposition.
3v3 though, they have to give it a go. Running out of chances, running out of rounds.
Okay, so with no kit available, you have to do this the quick way. Wonderful holding for that murder hole rotation. I don't think 910's interested.
Very spread out from Navi. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Ime.
Overlooking him. Ime dancing with death. 2 double peeking him, and he's managed to stand his ground. Techno next challenge. Blitz reveals himself, but it is only Blitz. No kit, no hope, no
Does Ime get 2 there without a trade?
1 round away from the playoffs here at EWC. A valiant attempt across 3 maps from Mongols, losing pace here in that last half.
I'm impressed they won a map.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
I've also mainly been keeping my eyes on the output of Darkmeister and TikuWak, right? Decision making, their fragging output. That's kind of what we're putting under the spotlight.
No, I think that Mongols have improved since Blast. Their Inferno was not good,
like this,
but the T side in this Mirage was good. CT side, I mean, Navi's T side is good on this map.
Yeah, we can count their nades on one hand.
But the T side was good from Mongols on this map, and their Ancient was, they had a good idea that they managed to abuse.
Alexi with an ambitious crouch commit. Contact though, he's not ready for this, is he? Yeah, a bit of a jump scare for TikuWak. Still managed to get gun on, find a head. 4 on 4, A-side lost or not? Ooh, 910, okay. It's the Mongolian special. You think you've got enough. You think you got the kill. There's another 2 right where they were. Wonderful in Ime in the 2 on 3. Bombs going Palace. Slow it down. See what the orb can find.
And investigating elsewhere now. Blitz starting to have to Shoot over towards B.
Oh, if they find him, A site's theirs, and they will. A free frag onto Darkmeister.
And Emma has so much util. Smoke whatever you want, molly whatever you want, and get that bomb down. Very worried about more, but understandably, this is the Mongols after all.
There's always more. Will there be more rounds, though? Techno seems to think so. He's taken down Emma. Wonderful in that clutch. Oh, and info on them both now, but Blitz finds lethality just before he can round the corner, straight through the boards, into the skull. We see play again.
So Imma and Bit can both drop. So they'll likely still buy in this situation. Remember, Blades expended all of his timeouts. That's not.
Why do Mongols not call timeouts? None of a coach right now, right? And players are often locked in.
But
maybe the in-game leader could, but
these things happen.
It's only the coach's job, right?
4 AKs and a Tech 9 for Alexi. They lose this one, though. They are going to have to take the save, and we're back on.
Hard to put away other Mongols.
Mongols, they're not going to get an AWP. Let's have a really clean round here.
Missed it again.
There's
a couple of these in this half.
It's costly, especially when it's such a limited resource.
Alright, so if you miss the window smoke in your face at game and your teammate gets annoyed with you, just tell him, I just learned from Alexi B.
Position in this one. He's got 9-10 though as a bit of a backup brigade.
And he gets paid a lot of money to play this
and
game.
Blitz's side too. This is strong.
Not ready for Palace. That's the first to fall. A second as well. Makazi chips in. It is
a
all
second.
He's in so much trouble. Tech 9 whittles him away. He's gone.
Oh, that one feels bad from Mongols.
Darkmeister, but the writing's on the wall, and so is the blood splattered by the Tech 9. That's NAVI to the playoffs.
GG.
Mongols putting up a valiant fight.
NAVI looking good.
Yeah, NAVI making it look real
struggled on their
good
CT side of Ancient, but besides that, they're
otherwise, Mongols leaving a little bit to be desired still, but obviously we're going to sing those praises because still a lot of foundation.
I think the sandwich guy was trolling. I think it was. They just weren't aware of what they were looking at. It wasn't the sandwich. The sandwich guy was baiting, like he was baiting. They knew that. It was the other guy on site, whoever was hanging around like main.
Plenty of time with NAVI. Takes a little bit of a while, but getting to Mirage as the decider is where they take.
Please follow me on Twitch if you're on YouTube, because I can only. EWC is fine with me streaming to both, but future events require me to only stream to Twitch. So if you're enjoying the stream,
they managed to recover well in the first half, but not so much in the second.
Did you say they were Mara'd?
Yeah. Mocked by Mara.
Mocked. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's way more apt. Jacob?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, as Yenko said, not getting off to a good start, not winning pistols, not
questions why
converting like you did on the other 2
Inferno.
maps.
Yeah, I don't know why Mongols picked Inferno. It doesn't seem like a good map from the outside, but the thing is, they would have been playing scrims, right? Like, what if the last 2 weeks of scrims, they've just been killing it on Inferno? They think their Inferno's been really good. They're feeling confident on it. Like, I agree with you. It looks like a weird map to pick from the outside, but when you're in the team, it often comes down to confidence. What do your players want? If the coach isn't at the event, the players can have a little bit of a sway. And players, depends on the player, but a lot of players tend to have like, oh, I really like playing Pit, like I love playing Pit, or I love playing B, and they just want to play that map, and they don't really kind of step back and look at the team as a whole, which is the coach's job, right? The coach's job is to look at the team as a whole, and the in-game leader, but I'm not saying the the Mongols players are like that, but I've definitely had players that I've coached in the past, in Tier 1, that would tell me, oh, we should play this map, and like, you have data and everything, right? And you're like, this is like, we win this map like 30% of the time in scrims, right? You're not always trying to win scrims, and then, but like, you just know it's not a good map for you, but the reason they want to play it is they just love playing a certain position. So they say that the whole team should play it, but the whole team definitely shouldn't play it.
As long as they win, right? I guess that's the main.
I don't know if that's the Mongol situation, that's just what's happened to me in the past.
On your own map pick from time to time, but as I also said, coming into this map, they do have the habit of...
You look incredibly low cortisol. I think I am pretty low cortisol overall.
It's in a clean fashion, and maybe sometimes it takes them a bit longer than it...
I appreciate that, Daniel.
Yeah, it's good to see him get tested around
Daniel?
sometimes. Speaking of which, Alexi B, Freya standing by.
Yeah, I tend to be. I wish I was more excitable,
That
actually.
is correct, Trace. Yes, Alexi,
Let's see what Alexi has to say.
to make it through the playoffs. Before we dive into this, tell me how important it was for you, for the team, to make it through Group D without dropping a series.
Just as important as in any other tournament, but I do think that, especially when the season starts, everything is important, and we had a long boot camp, so it would be pretty disappointing if we, you know, struggled here on the groups. So making it through the playoffs is important for us, yeah, for sure.
When we're looking at MongolZ's opponents, when I was chatting to Ime before the game, he was saying he anticipated some differences because they got a couple of different players in the mix versus last time when you played them in Cologne. I guess the biggest difference was that Ancient. You guys closed out last time. They had the edge here. What was going on there today?
Yeah, last 2 times I think our Ancient has been on overtime and 13-11. So both games were super close. Now they ended up winning. We had a 9-9 scoreline with economy on CT. Usually this is a good thing for us, but they managed to crack our defense, and yeah, kudos to them. But we still knew that we have Mirage Decider, and you know, everything is up for grabs still.
100%. I mean, you had a great start to that Mirage. Now, Chad noticed something in the early stages of the game. You're up 3-0, and then Blade took a timeout after that. Why did you decide to take a timeout there?
Maybe he understands also that I'm not sure, maybe we miscalculated their money, so maybe we thought that they had a buy round, maybe they had a half buy, I'm not exactly sure, but just maybe something that he heard that was called on freeze time, and he understood that, you know, maybe it's a bad call against them. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I'm guessing the timeout was important since we won the round.
We just thought it was a little bit of a...
He knows. He just doesn't want to tell us.
Of course, EWC.
And I wouldn't want, if I was Blade, I wouldn't want him to tell us.
Championships as well. NAVI currently in 3rd place. How much extra pressure does that add to you to not only try and get the trophy for NAVI CS, but to get the title for your org?
I don't think it necessarily adds any extra pressure.
I'm glad he's honest.
But I do think that it's cool to see your, you know, other NAVI members in the tournament, and you know, we had some great success by some of the players, and we don't want to be the guys who, you know, loses the points for NAVI, so we're gonna obviously do our best, and yeah, it's a cool concept.
Yeah, of course, you're taking a step closer to gaining that victory. We will be seeing NAVI in the playoffs next week.
I think it is cool. Like, if Navi is, it depends how Navi's an org run, right? But if he's like friends with Navi's like other players on other games, then it's kind of cool to try and win that together. And if the org does something special for them with the extra prize money, then depends how the orgs run, I guess. What's my favorite match of the tournament so far? Mine was Dust 2 between Falcons and Astralis. I haven't watched that Falcons and Astralis game, so I can't agree or disagree with you. I actually really like the Vitality bait games, the Inferno. It's fun.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Just the comeback and just the fact that there's the upset potential there. I think it's just fun, right? Like, obviously I want Vitality to do well. Like, I love analyzing high level gameplay, but it's fun to see those teams having a crack. They're watching you face games, they legit stop. They're not a legit top 10 team. They're looking better than they were. The players are settling in. Nick Twist's calling's been a little bit better. Which is going to be a big impact. So I think they're learning. I think they're working hard. You can see the improvement from tournament to tournament. They're not a legit top 10 team yet. They can get there. Jabone's been good. Yeah. 100 Thieves have room to grow if they're just a fun marketing experiment. The problem with 100 Thieves is their players are...
As we spoke about already, they decided not to go for a roster change, or couldn't get the roster change.
Their players are good players.
In terms of, you know, this whole conversation where
they're kind of known entities. I mean, Device and Rain, you know what you're getting. They're not at their peak anymore. They're both very solid players, smart players. Izmi's obviously in game leader. Sira's kind of the one, right, that you need him popping off and doing well. Hoy as well. Hoy's only 19 as well, I guess. So you have the two youngsters in there. So I think what you're probably looking at is you're looking at Rain and Device to really try and prop up those youngsters. Right, and you got Glaive as the coach too, right, run the whole show. So there's room for improvement for the two youngsters, and even Gizmy, right? Like he can get a lot of input from Glaive, right? As long as Glaive is not stuck in the past, which I hope he wouldn't be. You can get a lot of, so you can improve the in-game leading, you can improve the two youngsters, and then just had a kind of Device and Rain doing their thing. Like, you're not really going to coach Device and Rain too much, right? They kind of at a stage where they are who they are. You know what you're going to get out of them. They're just going to try and hit as many shots as possible. So there's room to improvement. So it's a fun little project. We probably end up seeing those players cycle out after a while and trying to build something up, if that's what 100 Thieves are trying to do. With Glaive also learning to coach, right? But I think the Glaive... The way I'd like to see, I think it could run, is you got Glaive and Gizmy working together to really bump up that in-game leading. Then you've got Rain and Device hopefully mentoring those two younger players. Obviously with Glaive as well, trying to help out. Rain's been your favorite player for over a decade? Yeah, I mean, Rain's good, man. I've always enjoyed watching Rain play as well, ever since he was on Kingwin, right? I think it was originally. Kingwin into G2, and like it was just the same roster the whole way through. He was on LGB before that, which was right when I started watching Counter-Strike. Who's on next? I think at 9Z Furia, but I am actually going to go because I've got stuff I need to do tomorrow, unfortunately. Yeah, next match is Furia 9Z, unless you want to watch Magic 3D Max, which I would not recommend. I'd recommend watching the South American Derby. And then you got Spirit Big later, which will be a wicked game, but as you can see, for me, it's at 1 o'clock in the morning. But hopefully you're in a better time zone than me. And then these are fun here, right? Like, this should be a good game, Mao's Paravision. And then this shouldn't be an interesting game, but it could be an interesting game if Lin Vision decide they want to push Vitality. And then after that, we move on to... We have 1 day break for the round of 16. So, but yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back for the... I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. I got some stuff I need to handle. But getting into next week, I'll probably turn up around here. I won't be on these earlier days in the week. I work a normal job. As I say, I'm not full-time esports anymore, but for these quarterfinals, semi-finals, grand final, that's a good time for me. 7:30 is an awesome time, actually, so I'll be on for the grand final. And semi-finals are not at a good time. Maybe I'll do the first one. As I said, unfortunately I have a real life. Yeah, I'm in Perth, so it's not the worst time zone. It's better than Sydney, but unfortunately, as I said, I have a normal life. I have a normal job now. I'm no longer full-time esports, so I can't completely ruin my sleep schedule. Mandra shout out. I'm going to Mandra next week, actually. Some cousins down there I'll be visiting. 15 milliseconds, that's right. Alright, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't followed me already, check us a follow. Subscribe on YouTube if for some reason you haven't done that. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which there should be one out Monday night, unless something happens. But hopefully, that's my plan. Anyway, thank you guys. Catch you later. Thanks for watching.